Welcome to Cover Fire Podcast. Today we are joined by Rory and Jake from Redlord. That song you heard at the beginning was their new single, Immolate. So today we're going to talk about that. What's up, boys? How you doing?
Good. How are you guys?
Oh, living a fucking dream.
Welcome to fucking Grand Rapids. So you guys came all the way out from Detroit, right?
Wyandotte.
Wyandotte.
Made a quick little drive.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's fucking.
Appreciate you.
How long was that? How long was that drive?
Dude. Thanks for coming.
It was about 2 hours, 2.5 hours. Stopped it for a little, quick little piss at a rest area.
Oh man, yeah. The drive out here isn't too bad, honestly, as far as like being boring or whatever. It's just kind of weird. I don't know, like a 2.5 hour drive. It's not that bad,
Bro, when I was moving out here, I was probably about 45 minutes into my drive, and I saw some, literally, you just see the dumbest people on your way up here. That's how I feel.
Yeah,
I watched some person.
The only issue.
Yeah.
Yeah, I watched some person go into the right lane and then immediately come back and cause a 3-car pile up. I'm like, oh great, I'm towing a trailer. I'm like, yeah, fuck, this is terrible.
Yeah, it was steady traffic until you just run into people who go in the same speed as the next lane, and then they're just holding people up to try to get around. That was it. That's the only time I had any problem.
Dude.
People holding us up in the fast lane.
Yeah, because people are fucking dumb. They think they're more important than everybody else.
Would you guys jam on the way over here?
A little bit of everything, honestly.
We started off with a little corpse.
Yeah, we started off with the corpse, but you
Was it the
really
new
started
stuff?
off with some.
You guys listen to new stuff or?
Yeah, only new stuff, honestly. A couple newer songs. No Barnes stuff. You know what I mean?
Damn right.
Which is, I love Chris
Fuck
Barnes
6 feet
stuff,
under.
But,
I fucking love 6 feet under
we
too.
were jamming some Incendiary, some Expire, some, listen to a little Delta Sleep. He wasn't keen on, he said we had to listen to death metal the whole way, so I turned that off.
Yeah, and then
I
don't know, what did I put on? I put on some Slaughter to Prevail.
Mm-hmm.
They're honestly probably one of my favorite bands right now.
Dude.
What else did we listen to? Slaughter to Prevail. This other crazy fucking death metal band called Severed Savior.
Do not know who that is.
Yeah, no.
They're so sick.
Severed Savior?
Yeah,
Fuck, yeah.
yeah.
I'm going to check that shit out.
They don't really, I haven't really seen anything about them in a long, long time. I just randomly stumbled upon them on Pandora.
Mm-hmm.
But they're sick.
Fuck yeah.
They're just super technical and raw, I thought.
Any, what particular album would you, recommend by them?
I can't remember.
Okay.
The one that I listened to on Pandora. I don't know.
Well,
I really don't know.
You use Pandora still? I didn't know people still used.
Yeah.
I mean, I know restaurants. I know use Pandora, but
I actually preferred Pandora to everything else I've ever used.
I just haven't seen Pandora come up
I use Pandora.
No.
I use. I actually pay. I have a paid account. Well, it's my dad's, but I use it.
I just feel like Pandora kind of turned into the MySpace of streaming.
Hey, but MySpace was
It's
dope,
sick.
bro.
I'm not.
It was.
Bring back MySpace. I want MySpace bands.
was where it's at. Remember Pure Volume?
No.
Dude, did you guys ever...
Oh wait, no, I do remember Pure Volume.
Pure Volume
I
was
do,
where it's at too, man. There was some wild stuff on there.
Yeah, Pure Volume, and it was called hxcmp3.com. Hardcoremp3.com. It was the same thing as Pure Volume, but it was
strictly
a lot
hardcore.
more hardcore and metalcore bands of the early 2000s and shit.
That's
where I found a lot of fucking shit back in the day.
Are you more of a hardcore boy?
Man, it's hard to put a mark on really what exactly I listen to, but
the stuff we started listening to on the way here, dude. I'm not particularly a hardcore guy, but the stuff that you were listening to is sick. I thought it was dope.
It's just straight up. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I would say I'm a little more into hardcore than whatever those other bands are, because I've never even heard them before you put them on. Super extreme, heavy, new, modern, technical, progressive, deathcore and shit. I'm just not used to it.
Yeah, that's kind of the dynamic that we have actually.
Yeah.
So I'm way more into hardcore. That doesn't mean that I definitely I fuck with death metal hard. And I definitely I know plenty of it, and I just don't listen to it as much. But hardcore is my shit, whereas hymns is more in the deathcore.
I like deathcore. Slam is honestly probably my favorite type of music.
Yeah.
If I find a good slam track that I just fuck with hard, like that what's that one fucking band that they have that guy that's like
Gudalax?
Gudalax, yeah.
Yeah.
There's a
God.
the Volvadinia song with Gudalax that is like fucking out of this world, bro. Like, just in my opinion, and it just sounds like
extremely heavy.
Oh yeah, like that fucking Waking the Cadaver type shit. Just that growl that like that's destroying your throat, dude. But it sounds good.
Do you guys remember a band ever called? Okay, well, hold on. Before I ask you the band, I'll ask you about the guy. Do you remember Big Chocolate?
Dude, fuck yeah. Are you talking about Disfiguring
the
the Goddess?
Yeah.
Oh, bro. Void Leecher by Disfiguring the Goddess.
Disfiguring the Goddess is gnarly.
Dude, I forgot about them for a while until they had that like I Declare Goddess, where they had the old vocalist of I Declare War.
Yeah, John Huber.
Yeah.
And him, they did like a cover together or something.
Yeah,
we
it
were
was
just
fucking
we were just
dope.
watching that a couple
exactly.
days ago.
So
Yeah.
nasty. So nasty.
That's
and
why-
that's
that's
so
why it's fresh in
old,
my
dude.
mind,
That was
yeah.
so
Dude,
long ago, but it
that
still
was
like
so good.
holds up to like this day. You know what I mean? That shit's tight. Dude.
But so I was like listening to that. I was like, fuck, I wanna get back into some Disfiguring the Goddess. Put on Void Leecher, and I was going through their other like albums, and they're still putting out albums. Like I'm pretty sure like 2018 was their last album or something like that.
I Declare War. So we're on the subject of I Declare War now. John Huber, Jamie Hanks.
Yeah.
Who do you like?
John Hubert.
I don't know.
Oh man, yeah.
Oh really?
I
New
never
guy
heard
or
of
old guy,
them.
basically. Like
I listen. I can't. They're both.
They're so great.
They're both amazing in their own
Yeah,
way.
exactly.
Because they're not like I think John Huber was more wasn't he was more guttural. I think.
oh,
at
dude,
times,
he had that
right?
more like
But-
open fucking.
But Jamie is so
Powerful.
pissed and
It's just
yeah,
powerful.
Jamie's just
Just
right in it, like so sick. And Jamie has another band called Sacrifice.
yes, and they're dope as
And
fuck.
Taylor Danley is in there as well. I could just tell you real quick, I actually toured with those guys for my very first tour ever.
Mhm.
I was like 19, 20 years old, and I got the opportunity to fill in and scab for the band called Those Who Lie Beneath.
I've heard.
And so
I've heard of that.
we did the 28 Days Lay tour, like it was supposed to be like the
Yeah.
28 Days Later, and it was And Hell Followed With.
Oh, dope.
It was supposed to be Burning the Masses, but their van broke down. Anyway, I toured with those guys, so I know Jamie and Taylor.
That's dope. Yeah,
from Sacrifice.
been
And
we've always been
they're
huge
so
into I
sick.
Declare War. Both of us have always
Yeah.
been huge into I Declare War. And I didn't get into them until after Rory just looking around like I don't know what to talk about.
Yo,
I didn't really get into I Declare War, and it was when Jamie Hanks kind of took over, and it wasn't that I didn't like I Declare War, I just didn't know who they were. And then
Yeah.
so my first like time hearing I Declare War was with Jamie Hanks as the vocalist.
Oh, okay.
And so I didn't really realize up until I started getting into like Amidst the Bloodshed and Malevolence. Was that the other album?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah. I didn't really get into it so much, that earlier stuff, until I was already so used to hearing Jamie Hanks.
Right.
And so for me, I don't really necessarily have a favorite either. But I think like
I just think they're
I think
both
I'm
unique.
used.
I think
I'm so
they're
used
both
to it.
unique. I think it's like an era in a band.
Mhm.
It's
Mhm.
like Cannibal Corpse with Barnes versus Cannibal Corpse with
Yeah.
Corpse Grinder.
That's my cat's middle name is Corpse
You know what I
Grinder.
mean? It's like it's just like different eras in a band. You know,
Yeah,
like
exactly.
It's like, so it's equally as good because it was part of the entire band's history. I don't know.
dude, what's funny
That's how I
about
think
Cannibal
about
Corpse
stuff.
is I've been listening to them for so long.
I love Cannibal
I
Corpse.
never realized until like far into my later years, like listening to them. Probably, I don't know, 2002, 2003. I realized that there was two singers,
Dude,
and
so
like all of my favorite stuff,
He
all the
just told me that
classic
earlier.
shit that I listened to was all Barnes shit. It's
Yeah.
because I heard it first, but I never knew what the guys looked like. And then I had a fucking VHS of Live Cannibalism. I seen Corpse Grinder, so I just thought that was him the whole time. I never even. And then like a couple years later, I realized that there was like a hard disconnect with
Yeah.
the fans. Like some only like this guy, some only like this guy, and then I could like hear a clear, distinct
I'm
difference
Team
between.
Edwards.
So I'm kind of the same way where I didn't even I was listening to him like I remember back in middle school. I told this before, but I was in middle school listening to Cannibal Corpse, and I was the only motherfucker in my rich white town that listened to Cannibal Corpse, and everybody else was like, But so I remember, like, I remember the first found out, like, oh, they were in Ace Ventura. That's like that's one of the bands in Ace Ventura, and I looked it up, and I was like, that guy looks different from this. This guy kind of looks like a worm, and this other guy is like, looks like a hair metal dude. And then I put it together. I was like, oh shit, and it took me years after finally starting to listen to him to where then I found that out. And then touching on the hard disconnect, I just saw a podcast that had Barnes on it, and he was talking how he left the band because he said that they were bullying him. He's like, yeah, they were kind of picking on me, so I left. And it's so fucking funny. That's like my favorite part about listening to vocalists is like you hear this just disgusting side of them, and then you actually hear them talk. And they're like, hey, oh yeah, all the time. They're always like just the nicest, like, yeah, like, oh shit.
I will say this, dude. I did watch that Cannibal Corpse documentary, and it's so sick. But
it's like fucking
I was never, dude. I was like,
shit, I'm gonna have to watch that.
I gained a new respect for Chris Barnes watching it because like they included him and like interviewed him, and I never really was into them when he was in it, but like listening to him talk and everything, and like it was cool. You know what I mean? It's tight.
That's like how I felt about there's that one whole, like, it breaks down the whole history of metal. I think it's called like Heavy, the Story of Metal or something. I don't know if you've ever checked that out. Definitely check that shit out. It literally breaks down, like, there's a part where it's like, here's metal, here's this genre, and it like just goes out to this whole like web of different things, where it originated, like this whole breakdown of connecting genres and how they evolved. And they interview they interview Cannibal Corpse at one point, and I remember he was talking about where he got, I can't remember exactly what he said, where he got his inspiration from, but I remember like listening to it and I was like, this is really dope.
Yeah.
Like, how many of them like listened to classical music and they were like certain parts of classical, and they were like, this is kind of dark and depressing. I want to kind of emulate this, but heavier and to a larger, beefier extent.
Yeah.
And that's so fucking dope to me, is somebody can listen to this, like, this something that literally gives you pure emotion, no vocals, no words. You have to draw your own vocal, like your own lyrics in your head to the feeling of this music. And then they're like, I want that, but here.
Right.
You know what's crazy though is so touching on like all the different genres where they come from. I just learned yesterday that apparently ska is responsible for 50% of all artists, musicians, and genres that exist.
Eat my fucking ass.
So back this up. So yesterday I'm at work. One of my cooks, lead cook or whatever, comes up and he goes, "Yeah, so like ska, like not ironically, is like." Yeah, I mean, ska's responsible for, half the, music that exists today anyways. And I was like, what did you just say? I mean, I don't like ska. It's whatever. It's your opinion. I'm not like a genre like queen. Like, but like, it's like, are you trying to piss me off right now? Like, what is this? Like, and then I told him, he just starts going off. He goes, oh yeah, because, I remember Queen crediting ska for, their inspiration and writing Bohemian Rhapsody.
Like, I remember when Freddie Mercury said his biggest inspiration from Bohemian Rhapsody was Big D and the Kids Table. Like, no, fuck you. I remember when The Weeknd shouted out Streetlight Manifesto during a Super Bowl thing.
He said that Streetlight Manifesto is not actually ska. Just saying. This guy, that's all he listens to is like ska. Apparently he's like just huge into ska. And I showed that text to him. He goes, well, Streetlight Manifesto isn't actually ska. I was like, well, what is?
Eat
like,
my ass.
I don't know. Slipknot ska. They got like 10 people in it. So
ska means they have brass in it, bro.
Slip ska.
In party, they usually got like a fucking hype man that just.
I thought you just had to have a certain amount of members to be qualified as a ska band.
Dude,
I will honestly say, so I grew up playing in a punk band. My first serious band ever. We used to call it a ska punk hardcore band. We had breakdowns, but there was like.
Like that
fucking, I had walking bass lines.
You had people skanking to your
singers.
shit.
It was a mess.
So I like ska music. Like, I don't mind ska at all. One of my really good friends, all he listens to is ska.
Yeah.
Like, Streetlight's his favorite band. Big D and the Kids Table is what got me into ska. Like, he showed me them.
Yeah,
it is. It's literally, somebody described it as what goes through an 11-year-old's mind when he gets an extra mozzarella stick. Like, that's what ska is. It's just, like, you're just bouncing, just hype. Like, that's why I like it.
Yeah. It is good shit. Dude.
I went to, I went to see Rancid at the Royal Oak Music Theater one time.
Tight.
It was Rancid, Pennywise, some random ass ska band, and Angel Dust. So I really only wanted to see Angel Dust. And I remember I got into the venue. I paid like $60 for my ticket. It was with my buddy, and he paid like $50. And I go down to go to the front of the venue to like just get up. There's like 20 people in the venue. I go down to the front, and they're like, "You have a pit pass?" I'm like, "No." And then my buddy's like, "I got one." I was like, "How do you have a pit pass when your ticket was $10?" Woods are hard. $10 cheaper than mine. And I was like, "Look, dude, I'm just going up there to see Angel Dust, and then I'm gonna leave. Let me up."
Yeah.
Can't do it. I was like, "Bro, I know you're doing your job, but like you can throw me out of the venue afterwards." And he's like, No. You're not allowed down there. So I ended up staying like after that. And I did not know a ska band was playing. And I'm just gonna be like upfront. I do not like ska music.
Yeah.
Sorry, I don't like it. I don't get it. And it's fine.
It's just
like,
not your thing, man.
It's fine.
It's
It's whatever. Like I'm not gonna sit here and go on a rant about how stupid I think ska music is. I respect music for what it is. I just would prefer like you shoot me in the face before I have to listen to ska music. That's just me. So it comes on, and I'm just like standing there, I'm like, what the fuck is this? And I put my headphones in, stayed at the bar, because I kind of wanted, at this point, I'm like, I want to see Rancid. I've never seen Rancid. And I'm like really tired. And everybody keeps coming up to me, like tapping on the shoulder, like, "Hey man, why do you got your headphones in?" It's like, I'm not trying to listen to this stuff. Like, you don't want to just go outside? I'm like, can still hear it. So I ended up just listening to my headphones the whole time through that set. And then I wasn't paying attention. I just kept my back to the stage, and Pennywise came on, and I missed like the first 10 minutes of the Pennywise set because I had my headphones in, and it was fucking so mad. Fuck you, ska music.
So that actually like what's your guilty pleasure music? Like something that you listen to that like you will like you'll listen to it around other people, but
yeah.
For me, it's Motown,
dude,
anything like that.
that shouldn't be guilty pleasure. That should just be a pleasure.
Well, yeah, I guess. I don't know. There's a lot. Okay, I'll put it this way. I don't know a lot of things like on the radio that come up like band wise, but there's songs that I hear that the older I get, it's like the shit I hear on the radio more. I'm just kind of like, damn, that's kind of tight. You know, it's like the older I get, I'm like,
that's catchy.
Damn, the radio rock is getting like more okay, but it's like I don't know.
Straight
so I guess that would be like,
Fuck it.
no, actually, I can't.
I think that's what happens though. You get older and your music, like taste and like expectations for what's good just kind of drop. Like you just stop caring. Like,
I think we talked about it in one of our last episodes. Was how. Oh fuck! What's the band? They have that. I'm gonna feel like an idiot. My Curse. That's one of their songs. Killswitch. But when I first heard Killswitch, I hated them. Like I was like, because I was listening to Cannibal Corpse. I was like, if you're not growling the entire time, I hate it. And then the older I got, I was like, this is pretty dope. Like I can get down with this. And I got older, and I was like, yeah, I just like them. They're just a good fucking band. What about you? What's your guilty pleasure?
It's bad, isn't it?
No, I would honestly. It's hilarious. I would have to say like Christmas music, dude. Everyone,
Oh my God.
everyone hates
Carey's,
it.
like,
Mariah Carey's Christmas.
holy fuck.
I've been covering it on bass.
Did you hear
really?
the
I tried to get fucking the guy who recorded us, Fractured Audio, our buddy Tim.
Yeah.
I asked him this last Christmas if he would record me doing like a quality video of me playing that song on bass.
That's so
we didn't
dope.
get around to it. So this year I'm going to. But I've been practicing it for a couple years now. And yeah, I really like jazz, so I really like fucking late night Christmas music, you know what I mean? Like everyone's kind of turned off on it and they listen to it all day at work and shit, but I come home and throw that shit on like on the fucking
I was actually
FM or AM radio or whatever I can find, you know.
This year I was actually pissed because I couldn't find like a good Christmas station that just played it. And I or last year I should say, but I kept going through like every time I was in the car, I was like, I have to fucking listen to Christmas music because it's just that, you know.
Too, dude.
Yeah, exactly.
Spirit,
Christmas music fucking sucks, dog. Like,
Fucking
what?
eat my
Classic.
ass, bro.
Classic.
I agree. Like, I love that shit.
National Lampoon's Christmas is like my favorite.
Bro, I
movie.
watched that. I literally just, like, not just watch it, but I recently watched it
It's a
again. And I was like,
classic.
it's so fucking good, dude.
Gremlins 2, dude.
I don't,
Home Alone
yes.
I don't
2.
like. I don't like
Yes.
Christmas. So
Well,
it's just-
Gremlins 1. Home
Just
Alone
me.
2.
Yeah.
They're just classic.
Die Hard.
Die Hard's not a Christmas movie.
Die
Stop.
Hard's a Christmas movie.
Stop.
Eat my ass.
Dude,
Stop.
It
that
takes place
one
at a
song,
Christmas party.
Stop.
Jingle Bell Rock.
You're gonna get
Bro,
me in a rant.
yes.
Come on.
You're literally about
What's
to get
that?
me in a rant
What's
right
that?
now.
Last Christmas, bro.
Like that's,
Bum bum.
that's that shit, dude.
What
Jingle
about
Bell Rock.
Last Christmas, bro? Like, last Christmas.
That's
I
the
gave
fucking
you my
shit,
heart.
dude.
Bro, that's
Come on.
my fucking.
Sorry, guys. I don't.
That's
I don't,
alright.
I don't like Christmas.
It's understandable.
So,
That's
like,
what this is, though. Is
anything-
your guilty pleasure
anything-
song?
yeah.
Like,
Well, I'm just like you do it. I'm
Yeah.
just saying, like for me, like Christmas, I don't like it. So
It's
really,
embarrassing to love Christmas music. But I do love it.
we used to at my last job. We used to like listen to the Christmas classics, at, like the whole month of December.
Ah,
That'd have been dope. That's
Oh,
all
I
right.
know,
Almost
I'll
got it.
I'll try again in a little
We'll
bit.
get it.
You
We'll
gotta
get
try. You gotta get it.
Before the end of this episode, you gotta
I
get
will.
that.
I'll get multiples in a row.
Promise.
But
Promise, sir.
we would listen the
Meaning
whole month.
promise.
We would just listen to Christmas music. We didn't give a fuck. I was the manager there,
fired.
so I was like, "This is it. We're listening to it." And then we listened to it so much that we were like, "All right, we need something new." So we just put on Christmas trap dubstep remixes, like
all
the
you
whole
need.
fucking time. And people be walking in the kitchen like, "Get the fuck off of the radio! We're listening to it out there. We don't want to listen to it back here." I'm like, "This is my kitchen. Fuck off!"
It's perfect. It's perfect instrumental. Like the instruments in Christmas music is perfect for rap beat instrumentals. And
Dude,
shit.
yes.
Jingle bells. The fucking.
It's
there's just
designed to be like
there's a bunch
poppy,
of sweet ass fucking
Like-
sounds in Christmas music.
like a fucking Christmas bam tap beat would probably be the best fucking
yeah,
thing ever.
fucking.
Little drummer
God,
boy.
yeah, exactly.
I got you.
Yeah.
So
Snare drum, marching band snares and shit. you
Oh
know?
yeah.
with that Mariah Carey song, did you hear the August Burns Red version of it? That came
I
out?
never did.
Oh. Yeah.
Wasn't there one too that Johnny Craig did? What's his band?
Slaves?
or something.
Yeah, he's not in that band anymore.
Yeah, but I
yeah,
think,
yeah.
but they did he did something with a
Yeah.
Mariah Carey
That's that
cover.
dude that was like selling fucking
The,
janky
yeah.
laptops. and shit.
So August Burns Red, there's no vocals.
Same
in
with
the-
Soldier
in the
Boy,
August-
dude.
the
Really?
August Burns Red one.
He
there's no
sold some
vocals.
fucking shit.
It's just instrumental in the August
Isn't that
Burns
guy
Red
already
one.
rich?
It's pretty good. It's got the vocalist Jake Lurs on the cover, dressed in a Santa suit, like on his like knees, like doing like a little kissy face.
Can we get a quick clip of that?
I mean, probably.
we could.
Yeah, throw that.
I could throw that in.
Throw,
Yeah.
I mean, throw it in there. I mean,
As long
You
as
guys
it's
wanna
said
check
when I'm
that
listening
out?
to it, I'll
Yeah.
remember it and be like,
hey,
"Oh, put it in right there."
probably we just won't even approve it if you don't throw it in there. So.
Yeah.
Oh.
No, I'm
You'll
just
be like,
kidding.
I
Alright,
can't
well-
watch this. What's your guilty pleasure music?
What's my?
Oh yeah, come on, you have something.
Not really, man. Like that was like. I'm
I
trying to
know
think
you
of,
have
like,
something.
What would be?
You have so much shit on your fucking iTunes account.
Yeah, but like some of that's like not.
Some of it's not. But you know you fucking listen to some of it. Unironically, you're like, okay,
Not really.
nothing. You
I mean,
just-
I'm sure. Let me give me a second, man. Like
all you do is listen to MVP on repeat nonstop.
I do not.
MVP, hey, MVP's good.
He just gives me shit for being such a diehard, despised Icon fan all the time.
Dude,
know.
Despised
Tries to keep-
Icon's probably top 3, maybe top 5 favorite bands for
Yeah.
me.
Oh, it's
Straight up.
he
No,
just-
they're really good. But I just remember I saw them in concert, and I was just like I couldn't even get in the pit because it was just
he
like
got me triggered
fucking
on it one time.
15-year-olds swinging their arms around, and I'm like, if I go in there, I'm gonna get into a fight. And they're just not
Right.
about it today.
I'm trying to think guilty pleasure music. Like what would I listen to that would be like? Ugh.
And no, Despised Icon's fucking dope. Like, no shit on them
We might have
at
to come
all.
back because I really don't like know. Like,
Mine is Clowncore. Dude, have you checked out Clowncore?
Yeah.
It's I fucking like Clowncore and
Oh.
I guess
I know. I got it.
I guess
Head PE.
Head PE,
Yeah.
bro. Head PE's dope. Like new metal, I just love it. But
Yeah, new metal's tight.
yeah,
Yeah.
fuck yeah,
Head
dude.
PE is just like can
he
be.
fucking loves it.
I loved it. Oh, new.
That's one of
we're
the
amongst
things,
friends
like-
with new metal, but like Head PE, like they're just so fucking like when I listen to the lyrics, I'm just like, this is cringe as fuck.
It's so fucking terrible. It's bad. They don't make good music, but it's good music.
it's just something you could just like pop off and like jam to. Almost.
Yeah.
Like, I want to get fucking crazy.
But
to this.
and what's is one of their song "Wake Up"? That's
Yeah,
hype.
that's another
That's
one, yeah.
like fucking it goes. Like I remember being in high school and just being like, "Fuck, I will fuck somebody up to this." Like,
yeah, I know this girl that loves Head P,
Dude.
going to all the shows and shit.
oh, she's probably a freak.
Oh yeah,
While we're on that,
born and raised Lincoln Park.
Oh,
that like I got asked a question the other day on Facebook. Someone was like, "What is the most like hype, amped up song you like in music? The second you put it on, you just want to wreck everything.
All right,
and just keep going."
let's see.
So
he asked me this. I want to hear your guys'
So,
shit. Like what you.
this
think.
isn't not prepared for this. Think
No.
about it, but like song that is like super hype, get you amped up, ready to just destroy shit the second you put it on.
Like if you heard it at venue, you'd be
You
like,
heard it, you just be like,
"All right,
"Go!
I'm getting kicked out. This is it. Like I'm gonna go so hard.
I'm
I'm
gonna
getting
fight
kicked
somebody."
out."
You got anything?
What did I say? Fucking.
See,
I
I
said
would-
boom slang.
Boom
Like
slang.
Kublai Khan.
And I'm really into stripped, raped, and strangled. It's a classic fucking corpse song. Like
Oh,
I just
yeah,
can never get enough of that.
Yeah.
Uh,
For me, it's gonna have to be something from Slaughter to Prevail.
Okay.
For sure.
Agony.
So
Something off Misery Sermon. Maybe probably Chronic Slaughter.
that's dope.
Great.
That'll do.
Fucking
Is that on
fantastic.
Misery Sermon?
Pretty
I-
sure.
Yeah, I think it is. It's
gonna-
that's
I
the
don't
black
know.
album with the
I'm gonna just fact check you real
Yeah,
fast.
yeah. So I said,
I just think they're so pissed.
what was
Yeah,
the
Chronic
what's
Slaughter.
the god?
Dude, they're
oh,
so.
man.
Alex Terrible.
What's the name of the fucking song? I'm blanking on.
People equal shit.
People equal shit.
Yo,
People equal shit.
Straight up, People Equal Shit is probably one of my favorite songs
It's just like
Bro.
ever.
the
I used to
most
jam that shit all the time.
hype. The first 2 minutes of that song are the most hype it gets in all of music history, in my opinion. Like you put that on, and
Yeah.
you're just like, people are about to fucking die.
Yeah,
Oh my
dude,
god,
that shit right there, that whole album was straight up, dude, the most influential album that I've ever listened to.
Like for your style.
I played drums to that album every day after school for like years.
That's so dope.
I would
dude.
just come home and just play to that. And like other albums too, like Cradle of Filth
Mm.
and everything. But
Yeah.
like, dude, like I just remember like in People Equal Shit, dude, when he starts hitting his hi-hats, he just sound like fucking glass.
Oh.
Like shattering. And it's just so,
So,
pissed. And,
People
like,
Equal
I
Shit
That
love it,
fucking
is
that's
Slipknot.
hilarious because
off
yeah.
of Iowa, just for those
But-
who don't know what it is.
so I'm a drummer, and the album that I would play every fucking day after school was the self-titled Slipknot album. I would listen to it and just play it.
oh yeah.
So
Yeah.
I can 100% relate to like just hearing Joey and just being like, I need to emulate this. I need to make myself this fast,
All of his snare work in the beginning of that
bro.
shit.
Yeah.
It's so fucking dope. Like,
Yeah.
and then, like I remember.
being scared to look at that album when I first got it.
Yeah.
When I was a kid, I fucking looked at the shit, I'm like,
like, oh no.
put it on, and I kind of just slicked the CD back in, like with a bunch of other ones. I don't,
Just close your eyes.
I'm not ready to be looking at that yet. It like freaked me out
Yeah.
that there was so many of them. They're all in masks, and like the music was super intense and shit.
Dude,
I had to give it a go.
It was dope.
Yeah.
dude, like,
Yeah.
So let's actually talk about some of your guys' shit.
Yeah.
Because like we just went off away from that. Let's.
We whistle a lot. We
little
like
bit
that
of tangent.
Yeah, we're about at the whistle. Sorry.
like
about
Native
that.
Americans in the woods. You have your own language.
You guys
Anywho.
do you guys recognize this, or see if you're familiar with this?
Hell yeah.
It's like a tumbleweed.
And then it like
Just like-
goes up. You know what I mean?
You just get that shitty little look.
It's fucking.
Where have all cowboys gone? So
Don't.
That's dope.
Yeah.
That was tight.
Yeah, it's tight,
So,
like-
yeah.
So let's talk. Like, let's definitely talk about some of this music. So that first song that we heard in the clip was "Immolate,"
Yeah.
and that was your second single, right, to come out.
Yep.
And the first one was called "Bred for Evil."
Correct.
So "Bred for Evil" that got released through Slam Worldwide.
Yep.
Worldwide, correct?
Yep.
Sorry, my
World
words.
die.
Yeah, world die. World will die. What kind of like response did you guys get from that first single?
It was actually pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pretty surprising response.
Yeah, pretty
honestly.
surprising
Bro.
response. Yeah.
Honestly, we remember like he was like, "Yeah, Redlord dropped music today." I was like, "Dope." We put it on. I was like, "This is fucking dope." And then we came back to it the next day, and we're like, "What the fuck? You guys like blew up."
Yeah, I don't know exactly how it happened, but it seemed like we got a response from people overseas. You know what I mean? Just a bunch of random people from out of the country. So that definitely helped spike it up a bit.
I mean, because you guys have that sound where a lot of people coming from like Corpse or like other bands that are older and more influential overseas, where they're like really into that, or just starting, because they had like they have power metal and shit, like power metal, black metal, that they're really hard into, but like starting to grow into that like Corpse. You guys have that feel that I like would easily be picked up by people that have like the power metal Corpse like feel to. They're not like saying you guys have a feel, but people that you get into it, it'd be a good kind of gateway.
Yeah.
A good like listen to that, because it's just fucking good.
Yeah, that was kind of the idea
Thanks,
when we were writing it, or just coming up with the initial idea to start writing this music, was to just keep it kind of straight metal as much as we can. Just, you know, it touches down on a bunch of different branches of metal genres, but I just wanted to appeal to the spine of metal. The genre, so everyone can kind of get in there and pick us apart, and fans of all the genres can just decide what we are for themselves. Yeah. You know what I mean?
I think you did it though. Like, you guys executed what you planned to, because I honestly remember the feeling when I first heard it. Like, you know, he'll put on new music all the time, so it's kind of like I'll always be doing my thing. He'll be like, listen to this, and I'll just be listening to it out of the corner of my head. But I'll be listening to it while I'm doing something else. And like, I remember it came on, I went, what the fuck is this? And like, I actually turned and looked and paid full attention to the song. And that's kind of rare for when he puts on music. Like, there'll be times where I'll listen to it and I'll be like, that's dope, I just need this for later, I'll listen to it. But when I actually like hear something and it clicks that primal kill part of my brain, for lack of a better term, which what your guys' first song did, I like turn, I'm like, dude, I need this. I need to listen to this all the fucking time. And that's pretty much what's happened. Is it's become, we'll sit down here and play video games we'll attempt to play video games while we're drunk, and then it just turns into a paused video game on the screen for 20 minutes while we talk. Then we just put on music, and your guys' song is a constant part of that playlist.
Oh yeah, like for real though. Like I said, it was actually, like I was telling you earlier, it was crazy. You guys' song came up on my release radar on my Spotify.
Oh yeah, that's tight, dude.
Which was dope. But like, I mean, like I said, I've listened to Bread for Evil quite a bit, and then Immolate we've jammed, but not like enough. When did that came out? What, last night?
16th.
So yeah,
16th.
Yesterday,
yeah.
Yeah, I guess so.
And you didn't put that one up on YouTube. Why was that?
I thought it's on the tube. Oh,
not yet.
You might have forgot to just put it on the YouTube.
No, it's not.
I know how that goes.
There's no reason for there's no reason. It's just we're putting a full stream video out.
Okay.
So
Dope.
And that's coming out on the 25th. So I figured we would just
so
wait for that to come out.
You're releasing full stream and album on the same day.
So the EP as a full stream, like with
it's
kind
a
of
video.
an
That's
animation.
so dope.
Free
Yeah.
Slam
It's just
Worldwide.
a visualizer. It's like it's like our EP's like 15 minutes and 30 seconds roughly, and it's like
quick. She's in
honestly,
and out.
That's
Yeah.
what it
It's
should
just-
be for a first drop, like in
She's
my
fucking
opinion.
out the door.
Yeah, it's just got our graphics and stuff on there, and so that's going to be on Slam. So that's why we didn't do an individual visualizer for the song on YouTube.
How was that? Sorry to cut you off,
Oh,
but
you're good.
how was that? Getting with Slam and like having the release and everything through them.
He did it all.
You did it all.
Yeah, it was great.
That's so dope.
Did you do you have like previous connections with them, or
No, I just was seeing them pop up a lot on my Facebook, and I started checking it out and just looked super hype, and I just emailed them. I was just like, "What's up?" I was like, you know, what do you charge or whatever, and we just worked it out, and just that's how you do it with that.
That's so fucking cool.
Yeah.
Because I've been following Slam Worldwide for a long time.
Yeah.
Like that's one of my main influences for finding new bands.
Yeah, I get
Well, it's cool
notifications
'cause they're like
whenever
a
they post something. I
community.
gotta
Yeah.
It's like a community. That's what's really cool about it, because we even have this other guy that we kind of been working with a little bit too, who like he's like part of the group,
Yeah.
like in another country, like from like Morocco or something. You know what I mean? But he's got a page too, and it's like He's been helping us push it too.
That's so fucking cool.
Yeah,
it's cool just
we
because
got
like
40,000 views on some like meme video that he posted.
Really?
Yeah, I could. I'll link you guys.
Hell
to
yeah,
that.
dude.
Definitely. I mean, like, so, I guess for me, like, we've got the 2 songs, and you said that there's an EP coming out.
Yeah.
How many? You said 15 minutes. Is that like 5 songs each?
It's a 5-song EP.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a 5-song EP. We got a couple other things on deck as far as just like little things to put out.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we've been stacking up.
We've been stacking
for a
up
while.
content, trying to just have everything ready to go, basically.
Yeah.
Like you were saying, we kind of came out of nowhere.
Yeah.
Dude, I started writing this band in like 2016, and
That's
we named
wild,
it in
man.
Yeah,
2016.
I didn't even start
2 out of
fucking
the-
with them until a couple years
Yeah,
after.
we actually tried out 5 drummers while hitting Jake up the whole time. Like I was like bugging him over the process.
Come
of,
be in
like,
my band.
Were you
right?
like
Yeah.
shooting for him? You're like, dude, this
I
is the guy
mean,
I want. This is what I want.
Day one, when I started writing it, I told my buddy Tommy, I was like, man, I know this dude Jake. He would be perfect for the band, but he's really busy and blah, blah. I don't think he'll do it, but let me hit him up while we try out this guy. And so I'd hit him up, and some days he wouldn't respond. Sometimes he'd be like, I'm too busy or whatever. But
I know that.
3 months later, bro, I'd be like, yo, what up? You know, my dog.
Yeah, like, come on, man.
Yeah, I'd be like, this shit's getting serious. Like, I feel like some
desire
of these
you.
songs are good. We need like a real metal drummer. And yeah, we tried out a couple dudes. One dude was like an extreme, like some of this new shit that, you know, Jake's talking about or put on earlier, like extreme drummer. Like,
Yeah.
he was all over the place.
That
And we got,
Marco
like,
Paluzzi or whatever.
Some real slow, drony riffs and shit. And so he seemed real down, and he was hanging out with us. And dude, he ghosted us after that. He never responded to a single text. So yeah, after 5 drummers, man, he fucking finally came and jammed. And a couple years of working at it and stacking up content, we're finally dropping the shit.
That's
Like
so
it
dope.
feels like we're coming out of nowhere. We did that on purpose, you know.
So before we ask this next question, I just have a story that popped in my head.
Yeah.
And you know how I get, like, I ghosted the shit out of somebody in a band. It was, so I met him through your brother.
Yeah.
And I think he used to be in Cold as Life.
Yeah, some shit like that.
And he was like, oh, I was like talking to him. I was like, yeah, I do vocals and like I can play guitar, but like my vocals have been like really bad since I like started getting this. I think
it was the same guy that kept hitting me up to be a drummer.
Cliff?
And he was, Cliff. And he
yeah.
was like, hey, I
Yeah.
want you to come out. I want you
Yeah.
to play. And I was like,
so
dude,
like I was
work
like, yeah, I do
fucking 50
vocals.
hours
but
a week.
I
Cliff. Yeah, he's got tattoos all over his head
like
and
all over
face.
his head, man.
I don't know.
Full fucking.
So
I
like
might be thinking of somebody
he's
else.
part of Tattoo Boys.
So like we just got to talking that one night, and I was like, yeah, man, I do vocals, but like that's kind of really all I'm trying to do. But like I'm trying to figure out how to do them again because I have an esophageal disease. Drinking is bad. I have an esophageal disease, and it's also caused me to get another disease called vocal cord dysfunction. So my vocal cords don't vibrate properly.
Sounds like he's got yogurt on him.
So like I like have just not been able to keep up when I try to do vocals anymore, or like I lose it's weird. So I was just like, yeah, I'm just trying to learn like how to do it new. And he's like, well, man, you can play guitar. Like I really need a bass player. I was like, I'm not really trying to do that. Like I'm like, but yeah, sure, I'll get your number or whatever. And then like he just kept texting me. He goes, yeah, you know, come up. I was like, all right, man, whatever, sure. Like I was like, I'm just letting you know though, like I'm really more into doing this. Is like I'm not really trying to do bass, but drums, I'll do that. Like, and even that, I'm really not good enough of a drummer to probably have even offered my skill set to what this guy wanted to do. But I was like, and so he just like, he set it up, and I just like never responded back. And I think
But then again, he was trying to do that like that East Side hardcore.
yeah,
kind
which
of,
would have
like,
been perfect,
slower
like which
fucking
would have
just
been
beat.
perfect for the vocals that I like could do. But like, I feel like he probably hates me, and if he's gonna see me again, he might like punch me in the face. So.
Dude, I kept in contact with that guy for a minute, and it eventually turned into him ghosting me because I was like, all right, I have a free day. You want me to come out there? And he just won't fucking say anything. And be like, okay. And then he would text me like, hey man, sorry. Like, yeah, we need to reschedule. And I'm like, okay, I have a free day next week. I wouldn't fucking say anything. And eventually I was like, fuck this. I give up. Like, I'm not doing this anymore.
Yeah, that was that was at the Hatebreed show. I was just ran into your brother with all the tattoo boys.
Yeah.
So I went to go see Hatebreed at the Majestic Theater with Code Orange, Twitching Tongues. And I ran into, and there was a bunch of Renegades there too. The Renegades, was it Renegades Motorcycle Club?
I think so, yeah.
One of those fucking motorcycle clubs. And apparently the Tattoo Boys and whatever motorcycle club there just don't get along with each other. So that was a whole thing. And then like I saw his brother, who's like a big into the hardcore, like old school hardcore scene.
He's always one of the albums over there. I can't remember, but I don't know.
He's trying to get me. He's always trying to get us to join like some hardcore gang. Hey Eric, you're probably gonna hear this. I love you.
Most likely,
his brother watches it. But like, I don't know. I just hung, and it just like ended up being just talking music the whole night, and then I ended up like just not. I'm like, I don't really like to play bass, and I'm not really good at guitar anyways, and I just like, all right, well, I'll set this up, and then I just never talked to him again. And
so yeah, touching back on what you were just talking about, you said so. This has been in the works since 2016, though.
Yeah, actually, dude, if you go back on my Instagram and just fucking start scrolling,
fucking hit it for hours.
I think like the early days of us jamming. I think like 2015 or 2016.
That's fucked.
Like called it Redlord. Said like Redlord is coming.
Oh,
everything, dude.
Was it coming with a U?
It should have been.
We are coming.
I think about that every time I type that. I'm
music
like,
will be soon, but
music will soon, but also will be.
We are coming.
Yeah, a lot of my friends said, like, dude, we've been waiting for this shit for years. Like, when is it actually happening and shit? And then we fucking just dropped it like it was hot.
Oh,
like,
man.
a lot of people didn't, expect it at all. They hadn't been seeing that. But a lot of my, like, closer friends have been waiting for it for years.
Like fucking sitting there, dude.
Yeah, so, like, it feels good to finally get it out.
Bro.
And another thing, like, about the sound is that I think that's helping... pick up the momentum or whatever is just it's kind of a simple kind of music. It's a simplistic style that maybe is easy to resonate with people. What you're hearing is the notes last longer. It's not very hard to digest. You know what I mean?
No, I mean I don't want to sit here and say what you did was simplistic because obviously what you guys did took a lot of time, effort. But like it definitely you get that it's not like me sitting there like you said digest. It's not me like trying to understand 10 different fucking things happening in a song. It's like okay, I have this and this and I enjoy it. I want to listen to it. I don't need to try to hear a million different things happening. Yeah. And for some people that's like really important. For me, it's whatever. But for some people who are just like still getting tired, I think there's a lot of people that are getting annoyed. I wouldn't say annoyed, but tired of like the super complex bullshit that's like just going on and people trying to do all this stuff and there's not enough of that simple like hey, this is fucking great and it just sounds awesome and I want to listen to it. But
before you sit down,
actually let's take a quick pause.
Sounds good to me.
Yep.
Cool. Sounds good. So yeah.
Also, homeboy's got to hit that dab real quick.
Oh yeah. You do your thing.
Ooh-wee. Ooh-wee. That's a fucking big one right there.
I can't do dabs. I can't do fucking dabs.
I literally turn them down all the time.
I fucking literally, it's like one of the few forms of marijuana I'll turn down.
I remember when those first started coming out. We used to put them on a spoon like crack and heat them up on a fucking stove with a jar.
You like, all right,
yeah. So you put the smoke would like build up and then you'd like hit a straw. It's like another way to smoke crack. Not that I know how to smoke crack.
Hot knife and
yeah, dude,
basically, yeah.
Freebasing.
Yeah, I literally like toured with this dude one time who straight up was like, he took a water bottle and cut it off like right about here, so it had like a little dome, and then obviously took the top off for the mouthpiece, and he would take his friggin' pocket knife and heat it up and just drop like wax on it, and then put the fucking thing over it and. Off of
so
fucking
literally
freebasing
fucking dabs.
Yeah,
that's wild, bro.
I'm guaranteed there's some kind of finish on that metal or something.
Yeah, well, it is because it's like they hot treat it in oil.
Yeah,
like, literally it gets hot. And you what is it? It's called.
Not only that, dude, but it's like wasting so much. It would just disperse, like up into the top of like the plastic bottle.
Bro, you just wasted like $15.
Just, like, yeah, it was so. It was so weird.
God. How you feeling right now, dude?
Not bad.
Not bad.
Living the
dream.
dream.
Okay.
About a couple of the gnarliest dabs I've taken.
There's some of that Mary's medicinal too, if you want to try
one
that.
of them, tight. One of them was off a fucking like a car cigarette lighter. The fucking, You push it in.
Yep.
You know what I mean? And you just got that bitch ready.
So
I remember
take it out and hit it, dude.
I remember I've smoked weed out of those, but like not like dabs, but we literally heat it up and put a nug in there. And we would do the same thing. Like, you can just pass it back and forth just while it heated. Yeah,
it's almost the same thing as the cup.
Yeah,
you know what I mean, like hot knifing, but you're just taking it straight. Shit's fizzling up into the air.
So before we go off too much, like on this, I kind of like you guys said you have the new EP coming out, right?
Yep.
25th, right?
Let's talk about that. Like, when is it coming out? How is it coming out? And like, how excited are you for this shit?
Dude,
it's coming out on. It's an exclusive premiere on Slam Worldwide on the 25th. And then it's going to be out on the 26th on all. It's going to come out on the 26th on all other major streaming platforms.
It's exclusive on the 25th on Slam Worldwide.
Yes, sir.
That's so dope, though.
say that one more time for the people who might not have heard it with the cough.
Yeah, go again.
All right, so, yep. So the EP's, it's an exclusive premiere on Slam Worldwide on the 25th with a visualizer going up on their YouTube channel with some album artwork, and then the 26th it comes out on all the other streaming platforms.
So what platforms are you guys, like all platforms, or is there a couple, like, I know when we were doing the podcast.
I try to not do too many.
Mm-hmm.
But I did all the major ones.
Cool.
You know, iTunes, Apple Music, Spotify,
iHeartRadio,
Amazon, iHeartRadio, a couple other random ones.
Yeah.
But yeah, so it'll officially be for sale on the 26th.
That's so dope.
Like out online.
And
stream and everything.
I'm pretty sure I asked you earlier off camera, but can we expect a like hard release, like CDs or anything, like vinyls, anything?
Yes, we are going to be doing a couple cool things that are some old school type of things.
Dope,
you know?
dope, yeah.
I'm thinking we're gonna get some CDs, and I'm thinking about probably we're gonna be getting some cassettes.
That's fucking, dude.
Yeah.
So yeah,
it's gonna be dope.
Me and him have a fondness for cassettes that
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure like people know if they watch it.
Shout out to my boy Josh.
Hell yeah,
making
dude.
that happen.
The cassettes may or may not be
May or
in
may
two
not.
different colors.
Yeah,
Bro.
we'll see. There might be a limited
you get
edition series. There might be some collector's things we're trying to put together. You never know.
You
Try to
get
make it.
You're making my taint
interesting,
tickle
you know what I'm
again.
saying?
Dude, we're trying to fucking singe your ball hairs.
Dude, you're doing it. We were talking about the Drip released. I don't remember, like the Drip released a slime green cassette, and that was like my baby. Like I got that thing, and I fucking and that album's dope.
Like highlighter green,
dude. Oh,
I love translucent shit, like
Me
the
too.
old '90s.
Yes.
You remember the phones that were fucking
yeah.
clear?
like the see-through purple Game Boy and shit.
I remember
you
that
could see
shit.
the fucking components.
I used to have one of those.
Me too.
I think
it's like
at some point everyone had, like, I think one of my older brother and older sisters had them because they whatever.
If you didn't have them, you
I don't
were
know.
fucking.
I thought they were cool as
you
fuck
were
because I was
drooling
always
Yeah.
jealous of my older siblings because
The
and like
translucent purple, dude, that had me going when I was a
yeah,
kid.
for real. You
I
could
swear.
see it, and you're like,
I had that Game Boy Color.
technology. Yeah.
technology. I remember used to think the old Apple computers. The
Yo,
see-through,
the
like,
different colored
yeah.
one.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they was fucking huge. They were just
It was
just
the-
the monitors.
That was the
Yeah, like
OG
back-
iMac.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, back
I
in the
had
day,
one.
you're like, where's
That's
the
so dope.
computer at? What? Just a screen?
Just
What?
it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I had the teal one, and I used to keep it next to my fucking, like, at the headboard of my fucking bed. And I used to leave it AIM on.
I've talked to you on AIM, dude. We
Dude.
just talked about that the other day.
I had a sidekick for as long as one
I straight
could,
up,
like,
dude, he's been,
possibly
Bro,
rock a
didn't
he's
you
been
have a
sidekick.
asking
sidekick?
me to jam
I always
since
wanted a
AIM.
fucking
You've been asking to
sidekick.
jam since AIM days, dude. Like straight up.
I had the like.
You sent me like some demo.
I had the no. You're good, dude. I had the knockoff sidekick that came out like years after it. It was like it looked like the normal phone, but then it flipped open and had a keyboard, or you like pushed
the
it open.
rumor or
It's
the rant. I used
some
to have
shit,
one of
yeah.
those. Yeah.
and, like,
I had the one that slid up. Then I had the one that folded up.
yeah,
too.
the one that
I
it, like,
fuck
had
with
the
the QWERTY
touch screen or
keyboard,
something on
dude.
the front. What?
I miss a QWERTY keyboard. on
Bro.
the phone. I can text the fuck out of it without even looking.
I hate the touch screen. Like when
I
you
do
turn
too.
your phone sideways and you try to do the long. It's bullshit. It's
beaten.
garbage.
It's not gonna work.
But
that
the
way
old
ever.
school fucking dropout keyboard, that was where it was at. Like,
Yeah, I promise that was what's up. This new phone shit fucked my hand up. I'm always holding it all
you got like
crazy
carpal
with my-
tunnel.
yeah, with
Dude,
my
your pinky behind it.
And now my hand is fucked.
Dude, we gotta get you a pop socket. Come on, my
Bro.
dog.
I already rocked them.
Pop socket
dog.
was one of my favorite
We
things
gotta
ever.
get those made for us. That'd
It's
be
nice
tight with the
and
symbol
shit.
on it.
Bro,
Man,
I'll tell
Yeah.
you what makes my hand feel better
or those rings.
is not fucking using my phone like for a week. Like if I don't use my phone for like 2 or 3 days and just straight up try to not touch it, and I like take like a hot ass shower and I'm just fucking sitting there, I just notice my hand don't hurt no more. Then I pick my phone up, I'm on that bitch. I'm back to the hurt.
An hour later,
the
you're
hurt
like,
zone.
Yeah, you're getting a little carpal tunnel.
Yeah,
From
for
having
real.
your
Getting
phone,
fucking
dude.
old, older and fatter every day, dude.
I feel you there though.
Can't be having that.
Story of my fucking life, dude.
Have you guys sorry to cut you off, but have you guys like been able to perform anywhere yet, or
We did a couple, I don't even know if this is worth fucking mentioning, but we did a couple live streams in my basement.
all right?
I didn't get to watch them, but I saw you guys do them. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, or I saw like the post about you guys doing them. So.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
just got the idea, like, you know, I had seen a couple other bands fucking do it. Like, I watched Code Orange. They did the live
Yeah,
stream.
they did a lot of them.
on,
They were like super successful with their. They were like.
I think it was dope. I watched the one on,
They were like one of
Was
the
it
first
fucking
people
Halloween or
to start
something?
doing that. I think.
I don't remember, but it
We-
was cool.
We may or may not try to be possibly planning something like that too.
Mm-hmm. Dope.
That was the idea of doing what we did, is we were trying to see how quality it would sound, and then on the second time
Yeah.
around we tried to improve. Instead of doing it a third time how we were doing it and try to like keep making it better with our cell phones and shit, we're just gonna plan it as like an actual production.
That's
Yeah,
dope.
So
Yeah,
yeah, we'll
We're gonna-
keep you guys posted on that for sure.
we're definitely gonna be working on setting that up pretty soon.
That's fucking sick.
So, is like even touching on performances, like where? So obviously you've toured a lot, from what it sounds like.
Mm-hmm.
Have you toured at all?
I've never toured. No,
Oh.
I've played
I've toured.
Doesn't-
I've
handful of
toured.
shows
Like,
Favorite
with a
venue
handful
you've
of
ever-
12 or
bands.
13
Like
Never
basement
played.
shows and shit.
Yeah.
favorite
What's-
venue.
Like probably like, well, maybe not necessarily your favorite. Like, what's a couple of venues
Well-
that you just love playing at?
Okay. I can give you
No particular order.
a couple that I truly can remember having good times in. Because I've been there so many times, it's like I can even remember like walking down the street and go like where a store is and shit, and like the restaurant we used to go to and everything. It was always such a good time. It was called Bogies in Albany, I think, New York.
Yeah.
It
Well,
was
sorry, I said
either-
yeah, like I know where it is.
Yeah,
It was either-
Yeah,
it
I've
was
totally been
Albany.
there.
It was in Albany, and dude, it was such a sick venue. I've probably played there like 4 or 5 times, and it wasn't like a big place,
Yeah.
but it had a lot of history in there because like you'd walk in, dude, and there was like the ceiling was like super fucking high, and there was like just like hundreds of posters like lined up around just from shows that have been there for like going on for years, dude, and like. There's like a pizza place like right on the corner that was super chronic that we'd always look forward to going to. And then there was another place on the opposite corner called Chicken Joe's. And that place was the shit, dude. They got
Chicken
all these
Joe's.
crazy like subs and sandwiches and stuff, man. It was so good. So that was definitely one of my favorite places to go and play. And actually the last time I played there, we did like a random one-off with the Acacia Strain.
No
Like,
shit.
They like came and played like one random show with us there, and it was pretty cool. It was packed. It was wild, but unfortunately, it shut down. I think, or it's going to. But
Oh shit.
yeah, that sucks. But that was always definitely one of my like highlights. And I don't know, man. Probably a couple more that I could think of, but
What about Michigan? Like, where do you like? We're not gonna like be
Yeah.
like shit on anybody, but like if you could like play like
No,
one
not at all.
venue,
I
in
would say-
Michigan right now.
I would say if I could play any venue right now, it'd probably be like the Crowfoot.
Yeah.
I
Um,
fucking love the Crow.
I've played there a couple times. It's always a treat to play on that stage.
What's
dude.
that guy? Chad Nicefield or something like that? I think he is.
Yeah.
We always called him Chad Nicebeard. Like I'd played there
Yeah.
before, but
Yeah,
he's
I think
dope.
He was in. Isn't he in Wilson? Or
Wilson,
something?
yeah.
He was in charge of some of the booking stuff there. I think
Mhm.
I've talked to him one time. A long time ago. I was playing a show and he like. We were talking in the office and I grabbed
Yeah.
tickets from whatever. He was cool and yeah, I remember that. But that's a sweet room to play in.
Dude, I
That's
remember
like one of my favorites too, for sure.
one of the times so I played there before, and I think it was the time I opened up for Icy Stars or something. My band opened up for Icy Stars, some shit. But I remember he literally walks in with a giant trough full of ice and then just unloads 30 cases of PBR in there. And I was like, dope, dude. And it was me and the old drummer the old drummer took over for the vocalist who was his brother, and I took his spot. And we were the only 2 people that were drinking there. So it was each of us had a 30 rack to ourselves. And we're like, oh, so what do we owe you for it? And he's like, oh, nothing. I just thought you guys would want some beer.
That's
And
tight.
him himself went out, not supplied by the Crowfoot, brought us beer. And I was like, yeah, this is a dope venue.
Yeah,
That's the way to do it.
it's a cool place for sure. It's a great room.
What is it? What used to be next to it? The Phoenix?
The Eagle Theater.
Eagle Theater, yeah, because the
Yeah.
Phoenix Theater is the big. And they turned that into a nightclub now.
Yeah, it turned into a nightclub. So
is that
it's,
the electricity?
Electricity,
yeah,
yeah.
it's upstairs. It's the Pike Room.
Yeah.
Love that little
then-
room too, by the way.
Yeah, the Pike Room's tight.
I've seen some of my favorite
Dude,
hardcore bands. that I like.
Whoever does the sound, whoever was doing the sound, at least the last time I
Yeah.
was there,
Dude,
was fucking on point.
that PA up there is gnarly.
It's
I
so
played
good.
with Gojira up there.
No shit.
Did you ever play the Pike Room?
Dude, let me tell you what happened.
What?
Check this out. You guys no, for real. Do you guys remember? And it was one of the dopest out of all the tours I've ever done and everything. It's still one of the dopest memories of any show I've ever had, just because it was so sick. Do you remember when Randy Blythe got charged with murder?
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
so here's what happened. Gojira flew over to America. They rented all the gear. They booked the entire tour. They got the bus, everything, right? Then Randy Blythe gets extradited back to the Ukraine or wherever it was, or something
Czech
like
Republic.
that, or
Yeah.
Czech Republic.
Yeah.
So now Gojira is stuck in America, and so they booked like 10 shows just to like try to recoup some of the money.
Mhm.
With, you guys ever heard of Car Bomb?
Yeah.
Okay, so they did a little 10-day run with Car Bomb just so they didn't waste their time like coming to America. You
Yeah.
know what
Right.
I'm saying? And like it was like a quick one-off like show. The dude hit us up like last minute and just was like, "You guys want to play?" It was like a week prior, and we were like, "Yeah." I never even heard of Gojira. Never
Gojira
even
hit you
listened
guys
to
up?
him. No, the
Oh,
promoter.
I was gonna say that'd be
No,
cool.
Yeah.
the promoter hit us up to open the show.
Oh yeah.
It was only a 3-band show. It was us and then the 2 touring bands. It was Car Bomb and Gojira.
Okay.
That's dope.
And I had no idea who I was opening for. I really, really wish that I would have known.
So you could have like
beforehand,
respected
because,
that moment
yeah,
more.
dude, because they were so fucking good, man. And seeing them in that small ass room, that PA was so punchy.
It's just like,
and like, dude, they were punishing.
how did
in there,
Gojira?
dude.
Like, why did they get booked in such a small room?
Yeah, I'm surprised they didn't get booked in the hall.
Because the whole tour got scrapped, and they were all they were on tour with, they were supposed
So
to.
it was
be on
just
tour
like it was like there was no like advertising, I guess, or like anything like that.
Nothing, dude.
Okay, that's
They
all.
were supposed to
Alright,
be
yeah.
on tour with Lamb of God. And It
Right,
was supposed to
yeah.
be like
And the Lamb of God tour got
5,000 cap rooms every night
Yeah.
and shit, like mid-sized venues,
Yeah,
right? And
yeah.
then like they just had to just come up with something real quick.
Mhm.
That's how the promoter explained it to me. Was how it happened.
That's
But it was-
great. I wish I
was like
I
a
wish I could
highlight
have seen
for me.
Gojira
That's
in the,
dope,
in the
dude.
Pike Room.
Yeah, for
Holy
real.
sick.
Crap.
Like,
And I didn't. And they
Oh.
called us out too. They were like, the drummer didn't speak any English, right? And like, the drummer and the singer are brothers. And like, the singer handed them the mic back, and he was like, Dweller, amazing, in like this French accent. And then like the singer, he was like, yo, let's give it up for Dweller, you know. And I was like, damn, I was like, that's sick, dude.
that's so. Oh man.
And then like, I'm just like, didn't even know
Highlight.
really who they were.
Yeah.
And then I watched them like a bunch after, and they're so sick.
that's
They're
fucking
definitely
dope,
up
bro.
there.
Yeah.
Gojira's dope.
Oh,
It's definitely a
man.
unique opportunity, just how we got thrown on that show.
Seriously,
it was like really cool.
The opportunities that come about, like especially through that, are wild. Like I remember the Icy Stars thing. Like I don't listen to Icy Stars. I don't like Icy Stars. But the opportunity to open for Icy Stars, I wasn't gonna pass that up. Like our band was like, yeah, let's go for it. And we weren't necessarily like a good band. Like not to talk shit on anybody, but it was like we had the vocalist at this time. We were going for this like I can't think of the band right off the top of my head. They have the song Into the Mouth of Hell We March.
Trivium.
Trivium. We
Trivium.
were going for this like Trivium-esque kind of feel, which I had never listened to Trivium until this band. Then they like brought me all these like guitar riffs, and I was like, dope. Like I can do this.
I know they're just really shreddy.
Yeah.
I can't picture any of their songs, but I know I've heard them.
Yeah, they're literally
Very shreddy.
that's
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
it.
Can I have another one of those, please?
dude. Dig up. And then
Thanks, man.
But and then so like I would just go for it and play it, and then I remember the first practice with the vocalist, and I was like, this dude sucks. Like he was going for.
Do I know these people?
I don't think so.
Oh yeah. We don't need to.
I'll just cut it out.
No, don't even worry about that. We'll just get into
but
it later.
so like he started singing, and he was going for this like wannabe
His fucking face.
No,
Right now.
this wannabe Pantera sound. Oh, how dare you!
The set is falling apart.
Our
It's okay.
lives are dying.
Just let it happen now.
You do your best. I believe in you. Just smack it real hard. Give it a what for? Just do it.
There you go.
Smack it.
It's perfect. It's
gonna
amazing.
fall.
It looks
Oh,
like
man.
it never fell.
It's got like it's masking tape. It's gonna fall, dude.
Dude, no. It's not masking tape. It's gaffer tape.
Yeah,
so it's
it's
literally
gaffer
supposed to stick.
That's not gaffer's
That
tape.
is gaffer's
No,
tape.
it's not.
I promise you. I ordered white gaffer's tape so it would
No
blend in with the
way.
walls. Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
And that shit is like it's supposed
that
to
wall
last.
is like
No shit,
untapeable.
it is.
Yeah, dude.
it is, man.
I told you, bro.
You gotta stretch her out.
But
yeah.
like
So
you,
maybe it will stay.
It
you
should.
totally
yeah.
can't tell
That-
that, it
that
fell.
It looks like
So you know what's
Scotch tape.
fucking hilarious is I ordered it white so it blends in with the staircase
Yeah,
where I
yeah.
run my Ethernet. But it fucking that side has stayed up for about a month, and that side keeps falling.
So today it just randomly falls. Yeah.
But
No problems
man.
with this though.
no, yeah, that one's
No.
fine.
Yeah.
No, yeah, you're there. And you're like,
So really quick though,
yeah.
like, Gojira, since we just talked a shitload about them, so for people that don't know who Gojira is, they are a death tech metal band, death metal band,
Death tech.
from France. Fucking absolutely amazing. One of the best fucking metal bands to do it, in my opinion, and have influenced me and so many other people. Have one. Sorry, I don't speak French, so if I fuck this up, La Fente Sauvage is
Yeah.
one of the
Yeah.
greatest fucking metal albums to exist.
It
Definitely,
really is
if
very
you
good.
don't know Gojira and you're into metal, or you just want to fucking like jam some music, go check these guys out for sure. Because you're missing out if you don't know who they are and you like metal.
Yeah.
So sorry, I didn't realize we were interviewing Gojira today. So like, moving along, just kind of like popping into there. So we talked a lot about venues, like where you guys performed, all that shit. Words are hard. So talking
Words.
about all like, your favorite venues you've been at, just all that other shit. Do you guys like have any inspirations for your current music that you have released, like or I guess the current project that you're on right now? Like, is there anything that inspired you to write this music or whatever? Play it, makes you feel good. Big
Yeah.
puns.
I mean, I honestly, I wrote a majority of. I write a majority of like starting all of our riffs and just the ideas of a lot of our shit, and it came from me just wanting to jam some more simple style stuff with Tommy. Like, we just keep these like big wide bar chords. We play in standard tuning.
And Tommy's your guitarist?
Yep.
Hell yeah.
Yep. We play in straight up standard on 7 strings, so that was like one of the things. Like, he's used to playing in drop tuning.
Mhm.
I used to, when I was first jamming with him, I was drop tuning a 4-string like to A, and we're playing these like nasty riffs. But I was like, let's just get rid of all this shit we've been doing, tune back up, kind of play some Slayer, like just play some old style shit, like putting him on some old classic tunes, and kind of just writing off of riffs like that, man. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's not a great fucking
No, I mean,
exam or
I think the standard tuning
explanation
part
of it.
is like a huge thing. Like a lot of, I don't know, a lot of people, pretty much everybody drops these days. It seems like,
yeah.
and it's
like it's a breath of fresh air when somebody's coming off of that like 8-string
Exactly.
to fucking 9-string. Like what is Jared Dines doing right now with his like 24-string guitars? Like, it's just like everywhere you turn, it's somebody not playing classical 7-string, good to go like music. And I think that's kind of what drew me into you guys too, is not having all of that like
flair.
Yeah, it's just good music. That's what it is.
Yeah, I appreciate that.
Yeah, thanks.
So with that, like, what about for you as a musician, both of you guys, like inspirations for you? Like, who do you guys draw inspiration from when writing music or just in general? Like, what have you guys, who made you the musician you are today? Like, what artists?
There's a lot. Let's see.
You don't name them all. Just like the core ones.
Joey Jorson for sure would be up there.
Dope.
We got Adrian Erlandson from Cradle of Filth and At the Gates.
We're big Cradle of Filth boys, by the way.
Nice, dude. I did a Cradle of Filth cover.
Oh, really?
Yeah, on drums with my buddy Tim.
Which song?
Born in a Burial Gown.
Ooh, wow.
So he's definitely one of my biggest influences, Adrian. Man, there's so many, but literally, I've probably modeled my drumming the most after Joey. I've practiced to him the most my whole life, bro.
What made you decide to like pick up the sticks and just start going for it?
Dude, I don't know, because I've played since I was 2.
Oh, no shit.
Literally, like I've always played drums. Like I've never even thought about playing it. Like I've just always done it.
Okay.
I was playing, I even played at my aunt's wedding with my dad's band when I was like 4.
That's dope.
Like, I've just always been doing it.
Was it like, so basically like, I mean, I'm just assuming right now, like your dad was like, hey, you want to play an instrument? And he just kind of like showed you the ropes on a bunch of them? Or?
My dad's a drummer, and he was always in a band. He's always been in a band, like for a long time.
Yeah.
Ever since I can remember, my dad has always made like side money playing gigs, dude. It's tight. Like he's just always been a working musician on top of his like normal job, you know.
Yeah.
Always playing dope shows, setting up cool shows and everything like that. So I think he said one time he was in the basement and I was like reaching for the sticks and he just gave them to me.
He was like, go for it.
Pretty much ever since then I just been playing.
See, that's wild. Mine was like, I played the flute, and like I liked the flute for a while, and then they were like, yeah, you can learn drums if you want. And I went to Livonia schools, and it was like way earlier than where I moved. It was like, I think I learned in like 4th grade. And they were like, yeah, you can play drums now if you want. You've learned how to do your music basics. I was like, sure, I'll do that. And that's what got me into it, was 4th grade. I can't even like, the amount of like learning from when you're 2, the amount of just like, I can only imagine it comes as like a second nature, more so at this point.
Yeah, it does. Like I can't ever remember a time where I didn't ever think about drums or music has never like made me feel a certain way.
Yeah.
Like, it's just always been there.
That's dope. And how much would you how much would you say you practiced on a daily basis when you were starting? Because it's not easy learning drums.
Right. So when I used to, so I would say around 5th or 6th grade is when I started getting into Slipknot and Cradle of Filth.
All right.
And I remember just thinking, holy shit, this is some of the gnarliest fucking shit I've ever heard. Yeah. And I was like, this is so sick. And like, I remember my dad had in our studio, like in our practice, like / recording studio, there was like a big ass TV, like a tube TV, you know, like.
Yeah.
But it wasn't like a super old one. It was like a VHS and a CD player combo.
The new technology
right.
for the
and
early
so,
2000s.
I ran the auxiliary out of that, like into a mixer, and like would listen to CDs in there and like play along to CDs. So I would just burn CDs of songs that I really liked. Yeah. And I would just come home after school.
Off of LimeWire and shit.
Yeah, exactly. I would just come home after school and just literally play for probably like 2 or 3 hours to just Slipknot, Cradle of Filth, just Cannibal Corpse, all that shit, dude.
That's dope.
That's just what I would practice to.
Yeah.
And then as I got older, I didn't really practice as much. I should have, but I didn't because I started touring, so like I was kind of playing a lot anyway, and I would always, I'd be at band practice. I didn't practice independently as much as I did as I got older.
Oh yeah.
That's all. But
started partying.
Pretty much.
That's literally that was my fallout.
That's not really why.
I
just, I was just growing up, getting a job, stuff like that. But I mean, it's not an excuse,
But still, it is. You're working 30 to 40 hours a week, like 30 plus hours.
Yeah, but I mean, I still could have done more, but I was just playing a lot, so I didn't think, like, I was content with where I was, is what I'm saying. Like, don't get me wrong. If I had to go learn a part right now or, like, practice to, like, get to a certain level to do a part, I would definitely go do it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But, like, I was just feeling good where I was at with what I was playing, so I didn't, like, strive to, like, go super far beyond that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, what about you, Rory? Where are you at? What are your inspirations, sir? Sir?
Why do you say it like you? Where you at?
Where you
what
at?
you doing?
What you doing?
Because I think Rory's out to lunch, man. He took 2 dads.
Did you smoke too many?
Yeah,
did you smoke too many pots, sir?
I'm a little ripped.
Yeah, pull your mic back so you can lean and just have a good time.
On,
Get right. Get comfy, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah, there you go. You like it? You like it in your face like
musical influences, I like that. We can get real close.
Like it in your face like that.
Yo. This is Barry White.
That's perfect.
Honestly, Rhino from Mudvayne.
Yeah.
He's always been a reason I love playing Warwick basses. He's definitely the reason I play the Warwick thumb. I just finally, after playing like shitty straps, like whatever straps I can get my fucking hands on, I just ordered the same one that he uses. It's like fucking huge, wide leather strap.
I had the widest fucking leather strap.
So when can we expect the long braided beard and the dyed red hair?
I'm not.
He just cut his beard, didn't he?
I just shaved my fucking head. I've had long hair for like fucking long time, dude, 10 years, and I had to let it go. So I'm gonna be clean bean for the rest of my life, dude. But
Dude,
bullshit, no way.
Yeah, I had to just let it go.
You want it now? You're just like done. Like that's it.
It's a comfort thing.
Yeah.
The pros and cons of
Trust
having
me,
long hair
I feel you.
is insane with the cons.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Mine's like I think mine's at like 15, 16 inches right now, so I 100% agree. Like I'm like, no.
My hair was to the point that when I was taking a shit, sometimes I had to move my hair so I didn't wipe
fucking kidding
my
me,
hair
dude?
into my fucking
That's
ass.
like my mom's hair length, bro. That's nuts.
It was bad. Like just the
Holy
tips,
shit.
like it wasn't fully even all the way around, but just where the longest length in the back. If I'm trying to fucking wipe, my hair would be going into my butt crack, and I didn't want to get shit on my hair.
That's way past getting it in your mouth when you're eating, bro.
Like, why don't you just use your hair to wipe at that point?
Dude,
bro, yeah.
That would have been
all
interesting.
natural. Save the trees.
Yeah,
wipe your
exactly.
hair. Wipe your ass with your hair.
I just use
Totally
my
wipe
hand.
your ass with your hair. Get in the shower, wash your hair. You're done.
Use that Indian style.
I just turn on the sink first.
You wipe with your left hand, shake with your right.
And just kind of go back in and just keep fucking digging at it.
Wipe your ass and then put it in the sink, right? And then just let it
You need to get
run
one of
out.
those like hard side sinks so you can just scrape it.
Why do we always somehow get talking about shit?
I don't know. It's either shit or cum. Like that's what we go to.
Dude, I was actually just fucking teaching my 10-year-old nephew about Depends diapers, adult diapers. He didn't know what I was even talking about at first. He thought I was saying the pens. And he didn't even know I was talking about adult diapers. I'm like, it depends, bud. Like,
Yeah, they're pen. There's diapers with pens all over.
They're the pens. You have little. It's for servers. You have little like little parts for your pens, so you can take orders.
I don't remember why I was telling him about them, but I just I remember explaining to him like when you're first born, you're a baby. You shit your pants. You need help and shit. You need assistance.
Life's a roller coaster.
Then you grow up. You're getting older, but then. Now your mom gets old, and eventually your grandparents, they need help. Like when you were
You're
a
gonna have
kid,
to change their diapers.
yeah. Like, when you start, you need help. You're shitting your pants, and when you're ending, you're towards your finish. You're shitting your pants again. you're shrinking and shit. He was like, "Are you for real?"
I hate it.
Yeah, he was all
go home.
he was all freaked out.
Uncle Rory told me about me death.
I remember my
showed him
grandma
a
said some
picture.
shit like that one time.
I pulled it up
She
on
broke it
Google,
down
dude.
just like that.
Type Depends diapers. I pulled it up on Google, and it's like a grown man standing there in a diaper, and he was like, "No."
Is he modeling?
But I
it
was
too?
like, "There's nothing to be ashamed of, bud. This is real life. Like,
Yeah.
you might end up
Yeah,
not
sorry,
having
bud.
control of your bowels, you know."
But yeah, so we got off topic. But yeah, where you? We got
Yeah,
way
we
off
were going off
topic.
for your influences there,
Yeah,
bud.
Yeah.
Oh,
What
Remember?
got you into it?
Poop.
Dude,
Come on.
So you're saying, yeah.
Taking giant shits that like really influences me.
I pooped one time and I was like, I like that sound. I'm gonna make that into music.
so yeah, like I said,
Water.
Rhino from Mudvayne, dude. I also grew up playing Rage Against the Machine. Like, I
There
would
we
come
go.
home from
There we
school, throw on Rage, Evil Empire, and just play the whole album. I can still play, like, most of their albums straight through, from start to finish, just give it a go.
That's dope.
It's all in a relatively similar box, you know what I mean?
You ever get that slappy?
Oh, yeah.
Fuck
I'm,
yeah,
I'm
dude.
real into slap bass,
Hell
funk,
yeah,
I mean,
you know,
I think
that kind of shit.
in the Bread for Evil song, in the video, you're slapping at one point.
Yeah.
Right?
yeah, that,
Yeah, like,
that riff is
So I
funny.
remember being like, "Excuse me, sir, we're doing this."
When we were recording that,
We don't
he
do
was
this in
like,
metal.
he was like, "Is that for real? Like what you're playing? Because it's not a heavy riff. If you could just isolate the bass, I'm doing kind of a funk thing.
Funky.
But that's the thing
It's-
is like
it's
I
not heavy
remember
at
like
all.
listening to it and then watching it and being like, "This is metal. We don't do this here." And I was like, "But we're doing it."
It is badass
Yeah.
so that you play like
Yeah,
that.
for
For
real.
fucking,
It's
like,
just my
there's
natural
another
playing
there's
came
another
through.
slap, or not even necessarily a slap part, but there is another drum and bass part on the album that you can hear.
Dope.
Yeah, shit's
I mean,
tight.
fucking Les Claypool came through and just fucking changed the name
Yeah.
for a minute.
My name is Mud.
I love,
Yeah.
Well,
I love being a bass player that's present in the
I love that
mix.
song.
I'm
Dude,
not
so
trying
good.
to get buried and muddy.
Yeah.
That's
you know, our sound is like 50-50, you know,
That's-
bass and guitar.
actually
His
been
tone
my
is
biggest
gonna be-
complaint.
His tone almost makes up, like, we try to mix our shit live, like, to where, like, we're like, they're like, you and Tommy are like trying to blend your tones together to make a unified tone.
Yeah.
It gives
It's
it
not about it being the
depth,
bass
bro.
or the guitar. It's about it being
A sound.
together,
Yeah.
a
There was-
sound. You know what I mean?
And like, so you're basically trying to not be Jason Newsted on Injustice for All.
Yeah.
You mean
that-
not there?
That was just turned down.
Non-existent.
I
Hey,
can't
go ahead.
stand that.
Go ahead and record. Go ahead. Don't worry about it. Hey, just fucking turn him down real quick. Like he won't even know, and then we'll just drop the album.
But-
oh my god.
That's heinous.
Honestly, though, there's a lot of like. So I've always had this like, I've always had this kind of feeling when I was younger. Like, why isn't the bass brought up more? That's
Yeah,
honestly
exactly.
one of my biggest complaints about a lot of bands is, it's like, I compared it the other day to taking a rock, like a fucking decent sized rock, throwing it into water, as compared to taking a knife and slashing through water. Like the difference in the amount of water that comes up is just how it feels in music, where if you have that bass that's full and through, that feels huge and beefy and just like impactful. Where if
Yeah.
you take that out, it just kind of feels like sink, sink. It
Yeah.
doesn't give you much of an impact right off the rip. And I love that full-fledged. You feel like you're the biggest motherfucker in the world plowing just straight down a line of just
Yeah.
tiny motherfuckers.
That's
Like,
kind of like what the Redlord sound is too. We're just
Exactly.
trying to play big chords together.
oh,
Big Chungus.
Dude, we got a
Big
couple
fucking
parts where
chungus.
we do, you know, I'm doing the little slap part, or Tommy will do or you know, he's harmonizing other notes, or he's throwing in little octave
where you're
chords and
almost
shit.
taking lead, kind of.
Yeah, but other than that, we try to stay together, even with
Mm.
Jake's fucking drum hits. Like we try to all together so you
Yeah,
can really
that's what
feel
it's-
it. You know.
We do really try to focus on that a lot, like staying like
Being a band.
making the shit just be like impactful at the right time.
Yeah.
You know, like we literally will stop like sometimes, like there's that part in the end of Immolate. For the longest time, you guys were telling me to hit those toms there, and I was just like, it felt weird. But once it's there, and once we did it, it's like
Added that depth you needed.
It needs to be there.
You're
Like, it's,
like,
you know,
once you heard it, you're like, oh shit.
Yeah.
Like, damn.
Yeah.
yeah. So we do definitely make sure we try to
Work together and
work
shit.
together
like,
on things like that.
it works though. You add like so much depth to what you guys put out, and it's As I've said numerous times, it's fucking good.
I think we're gonna start a new part of the podcast. It's called the depth drinking game. It's every time Nick says the word depth, do a shot.
That is honestly like that's that's honestly it's like one of my biggest problems with music.
But it's not like it's just a great like word to.
It is.
I mean, you're using it properly. Like it's not
it should be. It should be because it's one of my biggest complaints.
Yeah. Having proper bass in the mix adds a lot of depth.
Yes.
Like
this guy right here.
Beef. That's like the other word I use.
He knows what he wants, dude.
Yeah,
we worked on that tone for a minute, but
you got it.
But our boy Tim came through and definitely
helped us
out a lot with that.
Taking the time to not settle. One thing I've always heard being a bass player is I hear dope bass players in bands, but it's always kind of like that ear turner, like, was that a dope bass riff? Like,
you should go back and
I kind of hear that bass tone like jingling through, but you just never hear it as present as the guitar is in a mix. Yeah. And it's always bothered me, especially like with local metal bands and shit. They don't take the time to mix the bass players in properly. Opposed to bands like I'm talking about, like growing up, like Rhino from Mudvayne or Timmy C from Rage Against the Machine. Like it's bass heavy, super bass present. So like, I just had to be like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Shit's funky, nasty, and just lots of bass.
What age did you like decide to pick up the bass and be like, let's fucking go?
My mom bought me a guitar when I was 11. Yeah. And I started jamming with one of my buddies. He had a bass, and I had my guitar. Yeah. And we kind of swapped. Like, I started mingling with his bass, and I could feel it in my chest, and I wasn't ever good at holding chords.
You were just like, this is too many strings.
Chords.
Yeah.
And we swapped right then and there. Like, I got a bass when I was 12. I never looked back.
Just fucking kept going.
Yeah.
And it was like, so what was, can you remember your first bass? What it was?
Oh, yeah. It was it's a fucking... kind of like a metallic metal flake, cherry red Yamaha RBX 260.
That's fucking.
And it was dope.
Yeah, dude.
I liked it a lot. And I had a fucking Marilyn Manson sticker.
No shit.
Under the strings.
Even though he just got fucking his new shit.
Yeah, he just got canceled, but shit. Yeah. That was the 90s, dude.
Yeah. No. Lou's least favorite person in the entire world is Marilyn Manson.
Yeah.
Has been.
And it's literally for no particular reason besides he just looks at him and he's like, I don't like it. No worries.
Back in the day, I thought...
we're just going to keep focusing on you right now and just keep it going.
Dude, when the Antichrist Superstar came out, I could not imagine anything more pissed off or evil sounding. But I was like a little kid.
Yeah, you're like, fuck yes.
Yeah, I've never liked Marilyn Manson.
Dude, I remember
we can't keep talking about Marilyn Manson.
Yeah.
There was a song called Angel with the Scabbed Wings, and I just fucking remember hearing that riff. I could not get enough of that fucking song, dude. And honestly, looking back, it's not heavy at all. Marilyn Manson was like not heavy.
He's like poppy.
Yeah.
Like it's weird.
But it was just the image, maybe, the presentation, and being a little ass
his
kid.
Like not give a fuck kind of attitude that like drew you in. Like I'm like a little weird. I could be weird. He's okay with being weird.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was like industrial metal, but with a gothic kind of like punk rock mentality, and it was just gnarly. I liked it.
Yeah.
Whatever. That's kind of a guilty pleasure looking back at those songs and being able to jam them.
Yeah.
Knowing it's like whack, you know what I mean?
What do you find yourself like consistently jamming the most?
Hatebreed, Satisfaction. I'll never let that one go. Like that stays. I would say maybe top 3 albums, and also Tool. I'll never stop listening to Tool.
Yeah.
Like 46 and 2 was the first bass line I ever learned. So.
What about you, man?
Sorry about that. What was that?
So, like, if I were to come up to you any given day, just like, what are you listening to? Let's say you're just like sitting there, headphones in. What would that be? Like, what are you listening to 90% of the time?
Cannibal Corpse, Slaughter to Prevail, Job for a Cowboy, Slipknot.
Spill Tonks. Where's Spill Tonks?
Anything on that vein, really.
Yeah.
Just, I'm trying to think what else. I mean, Despised Icon, Suicide Silence, All Shall Perish.
All fucking dope.
I gotta. Sorry, you keep going.
No, that's pretty much it. I mean, stuff all in that vein is
Yeah.
pretty much what I be listening to.
I'm listening to Deftones.
And
since the
sometimes I'll
beginning
listen to
the end, dude.
deathcore. I'll get a little deathcore going because usually I'm running the Cannibal Corpse Pandora
Yeah.
channel, but sometimes I'll do the Whitechapel channel.
So like, I'll throw out like what if for me, other than when I find a new song I really like, because when I find a new song I really like, I'll fucking play it till I'm tired.
Like that new Code Orange song. You've just been.
Victims.
Yeah, or
The new
Victims.
Victims,
Sorry,
yeah,
I don't know why I
no.
said.
Yeah, Victims is dope. Shout out to fucking
For
Love-
real.
Dude,
Meredith Henderson.
By the way,
She's
that
tight.
new Victim song was
So
it Carefully
fucking good.
Caged or whatever? Holy shit, it's with Darius Tehrania.
Mhm.
Oh, I've been on that. I just love it. And you know,
What was that?
I'll
Sorry,
be honest with you. Like, I've never been like a huge fan of Victims,
Yeah.
and I don't think they're bad. I think I want to say that it's more that haven't listened to them enough. That I haven't because I kind of moved away from the deathcore sounding music. We talked about this one time. I just got kind of away from it, and then Victims kind of came out or started coming around that time where I kind of started venturing away. But I fucking checked out this new song they just dropped. It was recently, and I was like, this is insane. I've been jamming it. I think I've probably listened to it 100 times a day the last
Honestly,
days.
though, it's like every time I fucking see you, just be like, well, and then you'll pull your headphone off, and I can hear that song.
I'm just like,
and I'm
when I find a
all
song
right.
that I really, really like love, I just will listen to it and dissect every little
Yep,
part of it,
me too.
and then I'll just keep going. But like,
I used to do that with like full albums.
yeah. So like right now,
Like
I'm gonna be checking
Sacrament,
out.
Lamb
So
of
yeah,
God,
so
dude,
shout
that
out
was
to
my-
Victims. If you
That was my
it's
drum album.
VCTMS.
Yeah. Yeah.
I've seen these guys live a couple times, and what the fuck do they put on such a great live show?
Yeah.
Check them out for sure. And I know Meredith. I don't know these people, but I do know that Meredith Henderson is the drummer, and
Meredith's cool,
she's in a group I'm on Facebook called Flag Collectors United. It's like collect. If you can't tell, I collect flags. So I know that she'll post some shit in there occasionally about Victim stuff or whatever. But like for me, as far as like what I be jamming most of the time, as far as like bands go, like E-Town Concrete, Drain, Incendiary, Expire.
We listened to Incendiary on the way here, and that was the first time I heard him. They were sick.
That's weird.
Inclination. The Acacia Strain.
My daily is fucking weird.
If you're gonna find if you come up to me 90% of the time of the day, there's a hardcore band playing through my headphones. Like Gorilla Biscuits, fucking Vein. It's just any of that shit. Like it's going on Section Hate.
Section Hate.
Yeah.
Never
That's
heard
a
of
tight
that.
name.
Dude, they're fucking, they're dope.
Yeah.
They're fucking
Like
dope.
a Nasty Gulch. If I haven't already said that.
Oh,
I think
Like-
Josh showed me that band.
What is it?
Gulch.
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 bro,
Check it out if you have.
He's
we
always
just
showing.
ordered their fucking vinyl.
Literally, I think we promote this album
Literally,
every
Our
fucking
singer
episode.
has
almost.
showed me a lot of
popped
these
up.
bands
Yeah.
that you're mentioning.
That
Yeah.
album, Impenetrable Cerebral Fortress. I think we covered it in the first episode.
But I think we've also brought it up in almost every episode.
But
at this point.
it's literally like
It's just but,
almost
so
a perfect
for
album.
me.
Gulch.
If you're
Gulch,
gonna
yeah.
come up to me and my headphones are in, and I'm not jamming out a new song that I've just discovered, it's probably going to be one of those bands. Most of the time, I can't get enough.
Mine's weird. I like so metal is my favorite genre of music.
Wait,
but most of
you
the
like
time,
metal music?
Isn't it weird? But most of the time when I'm listening, like metal's the type of music I listen to if I'm like doing something. If I'm going, like if I'm doing something, I constantly have something to do with my hands. But if I'm sitting there and I'm just like looking at things and I'm thinking, it's most of the time going to be lo-fi hip hop or some experimental jazz bullshit. Like Macintosh Plus is this. I highly see if you like jazz and you like some change ups and experimental type, highly suggest Floral Shop by Macintosh Plus, which is this weird. He samples some old like Motown-esque like vocals through it. Hits it, slows it down, and just like chops it, so it gives you this like kind of stutter throughout it, but works with this saxophone that lays in the background in such a nice way to this like it was like the predecessor to lo-fi hip hop, and they called it vaporwave when it came out. It was this weird like fucking Florida punk scene where they'd all wear Hawaiian t-shirts and just be weird and like
Kind of
just-
reminds me of 80s synth shit.
yeah, exactly. But so that plus Joji Joji and ASAP Rocky, shout out to his like early shit, which like LSD got me fucking. That's like most of the time I'm listening to that really chill shit that doesn't take up a lot of my brain space. It kind of just sits there and like goes on its nice fucking waves, so I can still like have this like some fucking ADHD. I might have autism too, who knows? But not really, I don't. But it's just like kind of like go on in waves and just like it lets me think and be a person while I'm having this background, kind of like I'm in a movie.
Yeah, I feel the same way about it.
It's dope, bro.
I listen to that shit while I drive a lot.
Yeah. Have you checked out Macintosh Plus?
No.
Okay, honestly, like
I listen to like Tycho and Hotel Pools and shit.
Oh.
It all came up on Vaporwave on Spotify.
Dude, so you into that vaporwave shit?
Yeah, I fuck
get you.
with it.
Yeah, it's fucking.
It's great for night
dope.
drives, fucking with the windows down in the summer, or fucking you're doing homework or whatever. You're working on some shit.
Easily.
I get high as fuck. So
yeah, like
late
I remember.
night,
I was tripping on acid, and the only like I was like having a bad time, and the only thing I wanted was Macintosh Plus. Like I was like, just play this, because it like has this like
it's got the good vibe.
Yeah,
dude.
it like fakes you in. You're just sitting there and you're like listening to it. Which honestly, I think I'm gonna give you like Macintosh Plus for one of your albums, Full Shot. But it like fakes
Real
you in
quick,
with this
before we
nice
go on to-
fucking go, and then it stops.
You
and
got to
pulls
give me
back.
something that I like can like pay attention to. While I'm at
Macintosh
work, too.
Plus. You're gonna like it.
Yeah, because you know me,
It's
like I'm
perfect.
the opposite of you. Like when I'm chilling, I'm listening to metal or hardcore.
You'll
Which-
like
but,
Macintosh
like,
Plus. We'll
you
listen
know,
to it after
It's
the
so
podcast
engaging,
is over.
though.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Until I'm not,
It's technical. It's
until
fucking,
I'm done with my current situation, I need to be like able to
yeah.
do it while I'm at work. Otherwise, I'm
But
gonna
that's where like
sleep.
if that's where like it all depends on my mood, because if I've realized like if I'm cleaning, I'm putting on some ignorant ghetto rap bullshit. Like if I have to like clean to where I'm not talking and engaging with other people, or just like Lil Toe literally just popped up on, which he fucking, first off, Lil Toe, have you guys heard of Lil Toe?
No.
He's this fucking
Funny name.
just he used to how he
made
got up was he was a
metal song
SoundCloud
or whatever the fuck.
yeah, he was a SoundCloud rapper that wore a giant foot. And that was his thing. He wears a ski mask and a giant foot. But then he lost the giant foot, like just decided to take it out. And then he went and do a bunch of like Sherdley videos, like became like YouTube kind of like popular, and kept releasing this like real like hard gangster rap. Like one of the lines are like, I like your clothes, but I'm sorry I have to put holes in them and shit like that. Like basically like I'm going to come to your crib and wet that shit up with your blood. Which is fucking dope. It's hard. It makes me like, I'm just like, fuck yeah, that's disgusting. I love it. And this motherfucker dropped a metal song, like a fucking hardcore song.
Oh, plug.
Dude, it is fucking good. I was blown. He was listening to it, and I was like, yeah. And he's like, this is a Little Toe, and I was like, let's give her a little toe, and I was like, yeah. And he's like, this is it.
What about Ghostmane?
Ghostmane? No.
Dude, Ghostmane put a hardcore album out.
Did he?
He
Well,
he
you know,
did. I heard
thought
one of his hardcore songs, and I was like, I like this. I fucking hate Ghostmane.
I gotta check it out because
I thought it was sick.
everyone.
Do you like
I thought
his
it was
rap?
dope. I didn't really actually. I don't think I've ever even heard any
Okay,
of
so
his rap, dude.
maybe I need to check out his hardcore album more, because was it Flashbang or whatever? Like,
I'm not sure.
no, that's another fucking
I
shit.
don't know. I just remember my boy showed it to me.
I know Ghostman was supposed to do a tour with Vane and Jesus Piece.
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus.
So like
Piece.
when I saw
Fuck,
that,
I forget about
when
them
I
all
was
the time.
when I saw that, I was
Fucking
like,
peace.
Dude, for
it
real.
was like
They're dope.
interesting. And I personally like. I remember. So I used to run this kitchen in Royal Oak, and I had these cooks always try to fuck with me, try to tell me that Ghostmane was metal. And I'm not like a big genre whore, but like when people like
We literally make it a point not to be.
I'm sorry.
Genre
Let
picking.
me correct myself. I am kind of an actual genre whore. I just
You are.
won't do it on the show because it's stupid. It's stupid. I just get that way for some reason, and I don't understand why. But he's like, yeah, Ghostmane's metal, and I was like, it's not. It's rap. He's like, it's trap metal. I was like, I don't care. It's not metal. I don't care what you call it. It's not. And they would just like fuck with me all day. Like, oh, you hear this new metal? Like, and because when I get like pissed about something, I just fucking go off. I'll just start ranting until I have no energy left, and that's what they were just trying to get me to do is go off
Just
about
watch
it.
episode 2.
Episode 2. Yeah, episode 2 has got me going off about
Literally
Liam Neeson.
just fucking said. I just said something about Taken, and he goes for like 20 minutes about Taken. I said something about Star Wars the other day when we were doing the Forbidden podcast, and
Yeah.
that's the first time we've mentioned the Forbidden podcast. I just realized.
Oh yeah.
But we do these background podcasts
I
every now
told
and
him
then.
about it. Yeah, but you,
Yeah, the Forbidden podcast. We just do these podcasts where we bullshit. This motherfucker. I said something about. We had somebody over, and he said.
Disney hasn't ruined
Yeah,
Star Wars
Disney
yet.
hasn't ruined Star Wars, and I knew that kind of fucking pissed him off, and I just went, yeah, they definitely haven't. Like, oh, it was just J.J. Abrams,
Stop.
which led him into a fucking nightmare of a rant, which because I find it hilarious.
It sounded like at one point it sounded like an Alex Jones rant
Bro,
because I
he
just
was
couldn't even piece thoughts together anymore. I was just
you can
rambling
hear
on
him
nonsense.
20 minutes in losing his voice because he's screaming so hard, and then he just continues to go because I go, yeah, but what about this? Because that's one of my favorite things is watching him just freak out over dumb shit. Like it always has, honestly, always has been in the entirety I've known you. Like anytime, like I'll be doing my own thing. We worked in kitchens together. I'll be doing my own thing, and I'll hear him get a little triggered, and I'm like, I'm gonna feed into this. This is it. I'm gonna feed this fire. Like I got a lot of wood. Let's go.
Star Wars is dope.
Star Wars is dope.
Bro, he's got Star Wars tattoos.
We shouldn't do this.
Yeah.
What do you got? What do you got? Like the Millennium Falcor, and you got the Robles.
I have the Rebel Alliance symbol.
At least
and-
Pogs are cute, right?
Stop. I'm not going. We're not doing this on this episode.
No. Yeah,
we're not
fucking
doing
with
this. But I do have the Rebel Alliance and then the Jedi symbol, one on each calf. For like this.
They're actually really dope tattoos. Speaking of which, do you guys have? I haven't fucking. I don't know. You guys have tattoos?
I got some tattoos.
I'm
What you got?
tattoo-less.
You tattoo-less? You a naked boy?
Yo, I used to have my ears stretched an inch and a half, but I got them sewn up.
Oh, yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm thinking about doing. Mine are at 2 1/8,
Wow.
and they've been out for like 3 months now, and I'm toying with getting them sewn up. So.
Yeah, it wasn't bad. I mean, you can see really on this here, it looks bad. Kind of got botched up on this.
Yeah, a
Honestly,
little bit.
I had no
Well, you can't
fucking
even-
idea.
You
until
can't even
said
tell
so.
on that ear really at all.
Yeah. What'd you say?
I said I had no idea until you said that. I
Yeah.
literally wouldn't have thought.
It wasn't bad. I mean,
Was that
It's-
process like money wise?
What's it like just all together? I'm just, honestly.
well, they numb you up, and then they slice the shit off. They like
Slice the inside out, or
They just cut the whole piece off.
they cut your lobe?
Yeah, they cut it right out. They slice here, and then they slice
She's
here.
dangling, baby. That's
and they
gone.
take a whole chunk of fucking skin out, and then they take a cauterizing tool, and then they cauterize all the open parts so it becomes an open wound. So they sew it back together to a little piece, and then it'll heal up. Because he's got to open it so it will heal back together. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I ain't about that.
And that's why this one is got a little divot in there.
Oh, I literally see it
Because,
now that
like-
you're pointing it out. I
because,
would
like,
know. I would have known.
It just
no
didn't
idea.
get. I don't know, something fucked up. It just didn't get sewn up right. I don't know. Well, whatever.
Looks good though.
Thanks.
What about you? What are your tattoos?
I'm toying with doing.
I
that.
got a couple my favorite food items. I got a couple
Bullshit. What
dinosaurs.
you got?
I got a gummy worm.
We go to the
yeah.
store right before we get here. He's like, "Yo,
Yeah.
man, give me a pack of gummy worms."
Yeah, I got a
And
gummy
I almost
worm.
forgot too.
I got a shrimp. The shrimp is dressed up like the Planters peanut guy, so he's super dope.
Wait, are you fucking serious?
Yeah.
Where's that at?
On my leg.
Oh fuck! I was gonna say you could show that. I
And
mean,
then-
still you can show it if you want,
Yeah, I'll show him.
dude. For real, show the camera this
He's
shit.
dope.
I want to see this.
He's tight, dude.
Yo, that is fucking awesome,
I've
bro.
never seen that. I did not know that.
Yeah, we got him.
That's
Yeah,
fucking dope.
I'm really into dinosaurs. I got this plesiosaur. He's kind of tight. Tattoos, man, they fucking hurt, dude. I've had some piercings, but tattoos hurt worse than piercings for sure.
Yeah, I had so I had my ears stretched pretty big, and then I had I used to have an industrial, but then I had another one, a double one, that made an X in my ear.
Goddamn terrible chair.
It was a fucking worst piercing I've ever had. Oh my god! It just like it wasn't even necessarily having the single industrial. It was the two in the one ear.
Is it in your cartilage or no?
What's up?
That one's in your
Yeah, it was like
cartilage?
right. So it had an X in my ears, like there, and it just like I had it in for like 6 months, and it just wasn't doing it. I had to get rid of that shit. Oh man, no, thank you.
Yeah, that sounds bad.
Yeah, no, it was not hot, you could say. But like, I
just
guess
got my tongue pierced in my ears. That was it. Oh, I guess I got snake bites.
you
But
did
I
have,
looked like a
you
fucking
did have that,
idiot.
yeah.
Well, like I got the snake bites, and then I started doing cocaine, and I have ADHD, so it was like I'd be fucked up, like just 6 a.m. doing blow, and I'd be like a fucking idiot. That was
I
it.
got
Like
fucking cravings for my shit.
yeah, exactly.
They're
Me too.
never
Like,
going away.
no, there's just there. I could still put shit through it too. Like
Yeah,
every
I
now and then,
can
I'll be
too.
like, oh, let's see. Like,
I
but-
can't too. I don't think it'll ever close.
no.
Because I had like wide ones in there for a long time.
Yeah, I think I like tried to stretch them a little bit, and then that's when I was like doing blow, and I would just fidget with them and all this shit, and they would get raw. Like I would wake up every time I'd like wake up. I always remember specifically not to like talk about drugs, but you guys are here.
Yeah,
like,
so
I don't know if you care.
just
but
to throw this out there, we don't do that shit.
No.
That was a bad time. We went over in episode 3.
we cut it.
It was a shit fucking time in our lives, and we just kind of moved on from that. Unfortunately,
We grew up. That's why we're doing this
unfortunately,
shit. Like,
a good portion of the last like 6 years of our lives are muddled with that. So it just comes up with it.
Yeah.
But like, yeah, no.
but I remember like waking up from doing
Drugs
blow.
bang.
Yeah, but I remember like waking up from because that was like where all that was like a lot of money went to there. But I remember waking up and literally my shit would be raw because I would take it, like people would be talking to me and I would grab my top teeth and I'd get the bottom of it and draw, like, because I had those like circles, I would drag it back up and then I would take it and push them back down. And that's what I'd do, like all the time. And I looked like an idiot, but I didn't think any, like, I couldn't help it. I'm like,
Right.
I'm on blow, dude. I'm blowed out. Like, I can't fucking do anything else besides
You
do some weird
big-ass
shit.
Things on your lip
Yeah,
and shit.
exactly. I'm gonna fuck with it. But that's what, like, one of the biggest parts of me, like I quit doing coke, and then like it's not like I did it every day either. Like I wasn't a big addict of it, but it was like once I stopped doing it altogether, I just like would every now and then fuck with it, and it would remind me of like me being an idiot while I'm doing blow, and I'd be like, yeah, I'm just gonna get rid of these. Like I just don't want them anymore. Then I got my tongue pierced. And that was like, I still love having my tongue pierced. It was like I don't have it in me right now, but that's my favorite piercing of all time. Is my tongue.
That guy's gotta hurt. That's for sure.
The tongue? No. Literally, least painful piercing I've ever had, bro.
I don't think I could do it.
Bro, my ears hurt more than my fucking tongue.
The ear piercings, nothing.
Exactly, bro. It was so wild. I went to Blues Tattoos out in Waterford. Shout out to Lori. But
I got a tattoo from Dano, the owner. Dano
yeah,
Collins,
that's where
Blues, yeah.
Chuck out there is the guy who did my I don't think he did my Super Jail tattoo, and he did my Death for Dishonor. But Lord, dude, it was fucking nuts. She takes those big ass fucking tongs and pulls your tongue out and just goes. And I was like, "Is that it?" She's like, "Yeah, it's done." And it seriously no pain whatsoever. I was,
Did you do it?
No way.
bro. Honestly,
No way.
I'm like literally things that hurt more. Trying to open a can of soda. Seriously, like, you know when you go to open a can and your fingernail's caught on it? That hurts more than getting your tongue pierced.
I just bite on my tongue just to find out like if it hurts. I think it does.
No, if you literally apply very little pressure to your tongue, like you apply enough pressure, like you're like, that's how much it hurts. It does not. It's seriously in and out and you're done. Because what they do is they have the needle has that, it's like bigger than the piercing itself.
It's hollow, right?
Yeah, so they have the piercing set inside the needle, and the needle drags through your tongue. Piercing's already in. They seal it. You're done. It was in and out in 5 minutes. Signed paperwork was the most of my time. Signed it, gave him my card, went in there, pierced, and I was like, "Wait, is it already done?" She's like, "Yeah," and then I left.
That's crazy.
So,
Yeah.
I got a quick story, but we gotta ask you guys a couple more questions before we wrap it up.
Yeah, seriously.
But because we just got onto this tangent about piercings, I have a fucking great piercing story. But
Did you pierce your own nipple?
No. This is so when I was in the Army, we had this buddy of ours, and he has just a giant penis, and it was pierced. And the only reason I know this is because he would flash it around.
What kind of piercing did he have?
I don't remember.
Was it Jacob's ladder down the side, or was it the through the top of it?
I think it was through the top. But he would flash that thing around. Any chance he could get to pull his dick out, he pulls dick out. And
I had a friend like that.
so somehow he gets two of our buddies to convince them to pierce their dicks. And we're stationed in Germany.
Do they come?
We're all medics, by the way. All of us are medics. And no, nobody came.
It's actually a common thing though. To get your dick pierced.
Anyway, so moving along.
Sorry.
They don't go to a piercing shop. We're just gonna do it in the barracks with
no.
IV needles.
Oh no.
Yeah. So I think they used IV needles. Well, anyways, one of the guys, I'm not gonna say his name, but he passed away a couple months ago. Rest in peace to him.
Yeah,
this is who the story is actually about. He gets his dick pierced in the bathroom of the barracks, and he just comes running out of the bathroom with blood all over. He goes, "Oh my God, is there supposed to be this much blood? Is there supposed to be this much blood?" It's like, you just got your fucking dick pierced in the bathroom with an IV needle. Like, what did you think was gonna happen? He's like, "Oh my God, there's so much blood." And then I don't remember the exact timeline, but I think it was after that the next guy got his dick pierced, and it was basically the same thing. Just in the bathroom, like, what the fuck? Why is there so much blood? Like, you just put a fucking sharp object in your penis by like somebody that doesn't know how to do
something that
piercing.
literally just grows by blood.
Yeah. Oh my God, it was insane. I remember that, like him trying to get meat is like. I remember him being like, "Oh, go ahead and pierce your dick." I was like, "Yeah, that ain't happening, dog. Like,
no.
I'm good. Like, there's no need for this whatsoever at all.
I don't even like teeth. I'm not
Nope.
fucking piercing my shit.
Not happening."
Yeah.
But so like
We're gonna have to end this.
yeah, we gotta move on. But like, I have a couple, like at least one more question I want to ask you guys.
Fuck.
Really something I've like wanted to dig into. If you guys could open up for any band or lineup, who would that be? Like, you know what? I want to go with the lineup. If you could pick 3 bands that you're the opener for, who would that be?
Nails.
Oh.
Jesus peace.
That's a rough fucking
He's
show
getting
right
me.
there.
Yeah, dude. My kneecaps are gonna be broken.
You got one more.
You got one more, man. You got
Something pissed.
something pissed.
Yeah,
You're just
I
gonna
don't
make a
know.
band called Something Pissed.
Fuck, I was giving it to Jake. I don't know.
No, he's got his own 3. You got
Misery
one more.
Index.
You got 3, my dog.
Wiggles.
It's hard to
The
say.
Wiggles.
The Wiggles.
Come back to me on that one. I'm
All right,
having
bet.
a hard thought.
All right. I just realized something. I do want to interject one thing. Earlier
Yeah.
we were talking about influences.
Mm-hmm.
I forgot to mention John Otto from Limp Bizkit. One of the dopest.
Take it to max,
One of the dopest drummers ever.
bro.
And same with John Dolmain from
System of a Down, yeah.
Okay, that was just a quick side note. I forgot to mention them earlier, but because they're dope. Anyway,
Super dope.
top 3 bands I would probably want to open for would be fucking Cannibal Corpse. For sure, I would love to open for Cannibal Corpse. Fucking Slipknot, I guess. That would be dope to open for Slipknot.
That'd be so dope.
Man, the third one's a hard one to pick for some reason.
You gotta pick one.
Did you come up with one
I
yet?
don't know.
Yeah, I got my 3, dude.
All right. So he's gonna go on. You get a little buffer. So what you got?
Like I said before, Nails, Jesus Peace, and probably Full of Hell.
Oh, nice.
oh,
nice.
That is fucking
Fuck yeah.
pissy.
I'm
That's
about that.
kinda
That's
like
good.
The vein of bands that I would like to play with.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you think of your last
Raw,
yet or
nasty.
Yes, I did. Despised Icon.
Oh, and there we
all
go.
right,
I would
all
love
right.
to
That's
open for
a
Despised
great.
Icon, yeah.
I'm just trying to think of like a lineup. Despised Icon, Slipknot, Cannibal Corpse, like that lineup, just that show, if that was a thing.
That would just be one giant fist fight.
That'd be
Yeah.
like that'd
People
have
would
to be
die.
like a mayhem festival scenario.
Yeah,
You know
yeah.
what I mean? That'd be
There's
so
no way that would
sick,
be
though.
like.
With Redlord
I did
just
have-
chilling on there.
You guys
Tight,
are just like
dude.
sitting there. The Earthman's like
Hey,
waiting for the fight
we're
to
cool,
stop.
right? Okay.
Dude,
Oh.
the Mayhem Fest is dope. That sucks that shit disappeared.
Yeah, for real. It was sad. But
I did get
either
the
way,
pleasure of seeing fucking Cannibal Corpse.
We gotta-
every time. It was dope.
Yeah.
we gotta fucking cut this.
So,
Yeah, right.
real quick, let's go over new single coming out, or the new single's out.
Yeah.
New or EP comes out.
Can we spec?
February,
Sorry. Yeah. Continue.
yeah, February 25th. February 25th, Slam Worldwide exclusive premiere on their YouTube channel.
Exclusive as fuck.
Fuck.
Exclusive. 3 p.m. to be exact.
Hell yeah.
And then the 26th, it comes out on all streaming platforms: Spotify, iTunes, Apple Music, Amazon, whatever.
can we expect anything
Bandcamp.
in between them, in between like the newest single you released and the release, or
Say that again. I'm sorry.
are you guys expecting like should we expect another single to drop
Before the EP?
Yeah.
No.
Nope. Okay, heard.
Nah, Immolate was it.
That was
Just
fucking-
our
It's
OnlyFans.
It's your OnlyFans? Fuck yeah.
If anyone
Right.
wants to show any support.
Actually, if you do really want to show support on a for real note, though, we do have a Bandcamp, and you can go buy our T-shirts on there.
I'll put that link in the description for that.
Dope. Thank you.
Yeah.
All right, so, fucking Rory, Jake from Redlord. It's fucking dope.
I'm Nick.
That's Nick.
That's Lou.
Lou.
Thank you for joining us today.
Thanks for having
Real
us.
quick.
Us out.
Slam Worldwide, February 25th. Check out all their socials. Stream them on Spotify. That's fucking important.
Seriously.
Please, thank you.
Bread for Evil.
If
Bread
you
for
want,
Evil,
out
Immolate.
now.
you want to buy some merch, do that. We'll get all the links down there for you. Next, and then next week we don't know yet.
We'll figure it out. Nobody has any idea, but
There you go.
fuck
That's
all of you.
Can do, right?
Fuck all of you.
enjoy a
love
little
you.
clip at the end. Bye, everybody. You
Hot
guys
Dog
want to
City.
say bye?
Peace. Thanks for watching. Thanks for
Cover
having
Fire
us.
Podcast, baby. You know the deal.
Redlord,
right.
baby.
You know what it is. We mix. We the
Hell yeah.
best.
Hell yeah.
All right.
Hell yeah, boys.
There we go.